in this building. What's going on? Shout out to everyone who's pulling up. What's happening? All Star is we are here live, active, full in effect. Shout out to Bryce. Shout out to Shiloh that's in the building. Shout out to Marie pulling up. Shout out to Elena pulling up. Thank you for the apple, of course. Yeah, I did have to push it back, and I do apologize, you guys. I had to push back the live. I did just get home not too long ago. What's going on, Maddie? How you feeling tonight? Great to see you. Welcome back. I appreciate your presence back again. But I just came back from being outside, so I'm back in this thing, man. Enjoying myself. But tonight, we're gonna be talking about a beautiful thing: the top 10 types of people you should never listen to, and we will be doing a call-in show. At a certain amount of likes, we'll be getting into that. But right now, let's have a conversation. And how you guys doing tonight? What's going on? Great to see everybody. Great to see everybody. What's up, Charlotte? How you feeling? You feel fantastic. How am I feeling? I'm doing well. I'm doing well, to be honest. I just shared the day with some family. It was nice seeing them. Went out. I forgot how much I don't necessarily like Dave and Buster's like that, but I forgot how much that I love arcade. Like, I love arcade games. I really want to go to a fair or to a carnival in the future for sure. Like, I think that's something I definitely want to do. Like, I love fun stuff. I love fun stuff. Hold on, let me bring this a little closer. I want to be able to see the chat and everything. What's up, Maria? How you feeling? Feeling all right. I interviewed my history professor today from college. That's good. How did that go for you? And did you speak with Hannah yet? I think that's her name, right? The lady you've been talking about a little bit. And if you have, how did that go for you? But again, we are here live, full in effect. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to talk about this topic specifically. This topic is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a minute. So now that we're here live, full in effect, we get to really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Nice. But yeah, it was nice sharing some time with the family, though. It was nice, making some time for the, people that you haven't seen in a long time. I think that was really nice. I really like doing that. My apologies. I'm just looking at my camera. I'm looking at my laptop over here real quick. There we go. Other than that, how you guys been spending your weekend so far? Talk to me. The interview was very cool. Haven't talked to Hannah yet. She left class early, and the older dude, Fred, recommended I walk her to class, but I don't know. I'm gonna try Monday if she's there. That's cool. You can do that. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Well, just making sure, because I know that's a lady that you've been wanting to talk to, and also too, what's up, GT? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody. What's up? But something that I want to say too is stop playing icon. Wait, no. Stop playing iTag. Stop playing iTag. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the hundreds, Dorian. Thank you for the hundreds. I appreciate that. My name is All Star Izzy. We're doing a live conversation, a live topic. So we're gonna get into this list. Of course, what I like to do is I love to chop it up with my people, see how everybody's doing tonight. You already know. And once we get to let's say 15 to 20 likes, I'll drop the number so that way we can do our call-in show. What's good? But this other dude told me if she isn't giving me any signs, then just leave her alone. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Well, Shiloh, I think you're just being pulled in too many different directions, to be honest. And you need to know what it. Can y'all hear me fine? Let me know if you guys can hear me fine, by the way. Let me make sure. Mic check 1, 2. Let me hear. You need to know what it. Can y'all hear me fine? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I can hear myself fine. That's good. All right, bet that. Appreciate it. Yeah, but Shiloh, be mindful of what directions you're being pulled into. You know what I mean? And this is why, actually, now that we're here talking about it, this is the reason why I wanted to make this live, or this specific conversation topic, is because, you got so many people that are, always telling you some things, but what type of advice are you gonna really go in, lock in with? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be talking about that for sure. But be mindful of the direction that you're pulled in, and do what you want to do. That's very important. Shout out to everyone. Thank you for being here. Yes, thank you for pointing that, Elena. Welcome to the All Star community. Hit the like button and subscribe. Let me put up the Q&A. Live Q&A. Live Q&A. You know that. You know that. We be in here chopping it up. Live Q&A. Dating and slash life. Let's do that. Let's do that slash life. My nephew just turned 7, so that's wonderful. I love that. You know what I'm saying? But that goes for anybody, not just Shiloh himself, but just anybody in general. By the way that you by the directions that you're being pulled into, be mindful of who you're listening to as well. I think it's very important to listen to folks, listen to people that you know that's actually doing the thing that you wanna learn from. It's very important. That's something that I was very picky about, selective even for my mentors. The mentors that I have and had, a lot of them were doing the stuff that I looked up to and I was inspired by. And a lot of them were doing the things. What's good, Zachary? What time is it? It is currently 11:40 in the night. You know what I'm saying? You're in the game. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Marie. She's in the All-Star membership. We appreciate that. 1 hour live stream tonight? That sucks, Pirate. That sucks. That sucks. I got you, Andrew. I got you. For sure, for sure. Twin, you're fired. You didn't send your photo, so I can't make the edit out of you. Oh, snap. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me, though. So I will. So if you can do me a favor and just go into the Discord messages and ask me, or just say it one more time. That way I know after the live stream that we will do that. Everything else is brain rot slop, but your stuff isn't. I appreciate that, man. What's my nationality? I'm Hispanic. I'm a Mexican man. You know the vibes. What's up, Nancy? You have a weird favor. I don't know if I want to know the weird favor. I don't know if I want a weird favor. I don't know. But anyways, welcome everybody. My name is All Star Is. We are here in the building. What's up, Olivia? How you feeling? And tonight we're going to be talking about the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Okay. And if you guys got any types of people, you tell me. You guys let me know. Okay, cool. Nice, Elena. Do your thing. Do your thing. But if you guys got any types of people that you shouldn't, from your experience, you shouldn't listen to, you can go ahead and list them. Why not? List them. List those types of people. Because there is a handful amount of people that you should really listen to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. You got a lot of people out here that's just, telling you things. A flexing, I'ma steal your girl guy. Who? Who flexes that? I don't know who does that. Flexing to steal that girl. Who does that in here? Anybody does? Let me know, because I don't know if you're doing that. But regardless, this still is a live Q&A. You guys are more than welcome to ask a question. If you got anything that has to do with yourself, self-improvement, anything that goes further in life, that is dope. You're more than welcome to ask. Also, like I was talking about with Dave and Buster's in a little bit. I went to Dave and Buster's, Olive Garden. I'm not much of an Olive Garden person, by the way, but they had some really banging ass music. Like the music that they were playing at Olive Garden, it like that's the type of music that I really like. I want to go to. Like that's why I want to go to New York, because New York they got like I think it's in Manhattan where they got like classical music and you can like socialize. You got the wine glass, you know what I'm saying? Grown 21 plus. Anyways, when I was younger, the breadsticks was good. I didn't really like the breadsticks as much this time. The salad was okay. I don't like the banana peppers in my salad. I really don't. I should have said that. The Alfredo was all right. I did try the chicken Alfredo, and it was $20. I think it was like $21. That's something I could make at the crib for like $10. But I guess it's the experience. So it was cool. But man, when I talk about the playing the eye tag thing, because I just noticed there's a lot of people that play that plays eye tag a lot. Like a lot of people out here just playing the eye tag and shit. I don't got time for that shit. I'm a person who's going. I gotta say something. I gotta say something. You know that's what it is. You sub to me. Hey, I appreciate you, Cookie. Me? No, of course not. He's too handsome for his girlfriend to leave him. Let's see. Being friends with someone, then being disrespectful. What you mean? There's a lot of people like that. Oh, you're talking about the types of people you should listen to. That's true. You got a lot of people that's like that. A lot of people who are, especially, a lot of people that become friends, they think that you can be disrespectful to your friend. Like, unless you have that banter, that's one thing. But if you're, just because you're friends don't mean you be disrespectful to people. Let's see. Hey, appreciate it. Love from Antarctica. That is so dope. Jacob, how's Antarctica, bro? Appreciate that. You're doing okay. Well, that's what's up, Texas. What's good, Prime? How you feeling, man? Great to see you again. Great to see you again. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Shout out to everyone listening. All right, let's you already know we not on that. We not on that. But you guys already know this is still a live Q&A. You guys can have ask me questions for certain things if you guys want to talk about mainly self-improvement, things that have to do with yourself to assist you in your life. My name is All Star Izzy. I'm an empowerment coach, specialized love, dating, lifestyle, self-discovery. You already know what it is. To empower yourself is to empower the world. Never forget that. Go ahead, Aaron. Ask your question, my good sir. Ask a question. But other than that, Dave and Buster's was a really good time. I have a lot of fun. Who in here likes Dave and Buster's, or just arcade stuff in general? I really like to have a fun time though. Like I genuinely think a nice date will be going to like an arcade or some place where it requires you to have fun and do certain stuff like that. Who in here agrees though? Who in here thinks that Dave and Buster's will be a? You see, I don't know about Dave and Buster's, and also it gotta be. I don't know. It gotta be a certain area for Dave and Buster's. To be honest, it gotta be a certain area, cause maybe like Dave and Buster's, but for adults. Like if they had at 10 o'clock from 10 to midnight, it was just strictly 21 plus. I could do it. I'll do that. But I don't like it when it's like so many kids and stuff. Are you good? Do your thing. Oh, I got you. I got you. You never been to Days and Busters? I was a mall rat in the 90s and lived in the arcade. Also the king of Mortal Kombat. Really? What's your favorite Mortal Kombat? I was actually just playing Mortal Kombat earlier today. I was playing Mortal Kombat 11. My sister really wants to get better so she can beat me. Um, but I beat her. I'm really good at Mortal Kombat. It's one of my favorite fighting games. That's lit. Um, Let him talk about what he want to talk about. Well, this is, I mean, what are you speaking of, Andrew? My channel is strictly for self improvement and evolution for all. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not having to do with yourself or what we're talking about on topic, it's not gonna have anything to do with the channel. And personally, and this is not to offend anybody in general, but we don't talk politics or religion on my channel. We're here for empowerment, empowerment for ourselves, and to assist them. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everyone. Listen, once we get up to 20 likes, I'm gonna drop the number so we can do our call-in show tonight. Once we get to 20 likes, we're gonna do our call-in show. Remember, tonight we're talking about the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Okay, this is phenomenal, personally to myself, and I'm really excited to talk about. For nostalgic reasons, yeah, number one is good though. I fuck with number one. I fuck with number one. I highly apologize, but I'm trying. No, you good. You good. You're fine. I'm not sure. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying. Keep it nice, keep it classy. Some things need to be said, and that's fine. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes. Once we get up to 20 likes, we can do our call-in show. We're actually at 14, so that's a lot farther than usual. But shout out to everyone. And if you haven't subscribed, you're more than welcome to subscribe. It does help the channel to go up into the algorithm. I appreciate that. We're working our way up to 2K. We're about like 40 more subscribers away, I think. We're about 40 subscribers away, so that's dope. Have I got my PO box yet? I haven't got the information for it yet. I've been looking into that, and that's some stuff that's gonna be part of the announcements. Some things that I've announced before, but that's gonna be some things that's gonna be part of the announcements going forward in the future that I have down for that. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody. Listen, man, I'm excited to talk about this specific topic. What are some types of people you guys think that you shouldn't listen to? Maybe you know what? I'm gonna put that actually for the questions. What are some types of people you shouldn't listen to? All right, let's do that. Hey, shout out to the big $2 from Big Mike. Yes, sir. Talk to Hannah, Shiloh. Big Mike, are you in Shiloh, France? That's real though. Shiloh, you see that? Hey, talk to Hannah, man. Talk to Hannah. You see, everyone's letting you know you got it. You got it, Playboy. And then to be honest, like once you start to shoot your shot, see, this is why I talked about eye tag. You know, everybody likes to play eye tag with each other, like men and women, for see who's gonna look at each other, who's gonna shoot their shot and approach. Listen, really go in the field and learn how it is to shoot your shot. Like that shit goes a long way. Appreciate Shout out to the hundreds from Dorian. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would say one huge thing about self improvement is to never sink to the level with someone a bad attitude. Known liars. That's very true, Zintz. I like that a lot. That's very true, especially when it comes to cause you know that's something one of my ex managers told me. He was like, you know, people are never talking to you. They're talking to the person in the uniform. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's basically a way to not take things personal. But it's true. You know, when someone has a bad attitude and it affects you, then that means, you know, they got power over you in your mind. I like that. Great comment. What up, Samantha? People who lack integrity. That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. Not talk to people who ask, send me a picture of your. Wow. So wait, hold on. If ladies in the building, has a man ever just randomly told you that? I'm gonna be trans. I mean, obviously, I've told a woman that. Well, sometimes I don't gotta ask, but sometimes I'll do it for foreplay. But of course, I'm not the type of person that I'm not weird. That's crazy though. What's up, Ghost? How you feeling, man? We gotta be confident in ourselves. Shiloh, did you see the $2? Big Mike said, talk to Hannah. Talk to Hannah. You good? You good? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all be out here just texting and messaging women and telling them to send a pic of what's in between their legs. Like y'all don't have a conversation first. Like no convo. Man, I couldn't. But listen, once we get up to 20 likes, I'll drop the call-in number. Again, we're talking about the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. And I'm excited about this one, man. I'm very excited because I think the types of stuff and the things that I'm going to be putting on is going to be a little bit, it might stir the pot a little bit. And if it does, then that's cool. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Be confident but not cocky. That's true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. I guess on the field of that, I think a big thing is to not listen. And I have my list. I don't have it on me right now. I'm about to grab it in a second. But I think a big thing is to not listen to people who don't shoot their shot. I think that's one thing. I think that's one thing for sure. Like I remember, what's up, Luke? I remember when I wasn't used. See, I was never really the type of person to like aggressively go after something until my mentor put it into perspective, bro. I remember, and it might sound a bit extreme the way he talks to me, but this, if you relate to like a bit of like shit talking, you understand what I'm talking about. But my mentor was very just like, man, what you gonna not do the thing? You said she looked good, right? Yeah, she looked good. Then go talk to her. You a little bitch or something? You know what I'm saying? Excuse the vulgar language. But he was saying things like that, and I never knew it. I never thought it came from a place where he was being disrespectful. I know he was coming from a place to be like, if you want something, go for it, right? And aggressive really means like just making the approach and having a conversation, because that's aggression. But I'm not talking about the aggressive like, hey baby, hey what's up baby girl, what you doing? She a little sexy ass, come here. I'm not talking about that and talking pulling up her. You got a fat ass, baby. Like that was uncomfortable. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like not talking like that aggressive, but aggressive in the sense like just pulling up. Because if you don't pull up, you're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know what I'm saying? But my mentor taught me that. Like, if I ever said I saw a girl or am I looking at a woman, he questions it, I had to go talk to her. Like he literally took me all around like the city and downtown, not just to shoot my shot, but to live life. And a big part of it was like, if I wasn't shooting my shot, he couldn't look at me the same. But he was like, it's not about her, it's about you and why you're afraid to go for what you want. So I think that's definitely one. That's not even on my list, but that even just goes to show, like, learn how to shoot your shot, because everybody shoots their shots totally different. Somebody can be more smoother, somebody can be straight to the point, somebody can be enticing, a little romantic, you know what I'm saying? One could be a sweetheart, who knows? Oh, what's up, Ian? How you feeling? What's good, Jensen? Yeah, exactly. Mike says, you miss 100% of shots you don't take. Very true. Very true. That's very true. That's not me at all. Don't go in aggressive. I make what I want come to me. I think it could be both, bro. I think it could be both because I'm usually like I don't when I don't go out of my way. Like I'm not the type of person. I used to do it, but like that I learned by it was okay. You know the Karate Kid, he had to do the jacket off, jacket on, jacket off, jacket on. Like I had to learn my techniques by doing the first basics. Cause I was like, I don't really like this. Like I don't like going out of my way and doing shit. But then I started to learn, like if it's in my vicinity, I don't mind being. I don't see. I'll hit this right here. Be like, I'll do that for sure. I'll do that. I like that. Little. Come here. Me? Yeah, you. What's up, the dragon? Great to see you again. What up? Okay, chill, dude. What's up, man? Anyone on social media? What's good, Tom? What's good, Tom? Whatever works for you, you got to figure yourself out. That is true. Everybody got their own way of shooting a shot. I really just going about stuff. You know, I'm a lot more. I'm spontaneous in the way that I approach. And being spontaneous, I mean I don't rely on a script. Like I don't rely on saying a certain amount of words. It always like some. I just trust the way that I'm gonna talk in a moment. You know, it don't matter. How does all that ass fit in them jeans? We get Marie started. When you talk to them, they just keep talking about their opinion and won't change it no matter what, even if they do actually agree with you. What do you mean, Violet? What's up? What's up? You're a YouTuber. That's cool. What's up, hilarious wheels? Is the goal still just racking up body counts? I don't think it ever has been. I can't speak for every single man though, because you know everybody has such a different way of what they think when it comes to the dating scene or women and shit. Because if your goal is to rack up body counts, that's a very low tier goal. Because you can do that, but I remember it wasn't to rack up body counts, but I was definitely at one point where it's like, man, I'm finna just be smashing the shit. Well, it's still similar, but that was my only fun. And then I was like, damn, once I started like getting what I wanted more, I was like, I don't find no fun in this anymore. I was like, but I'm bored now. I was like, the only reason I was bored is because my goal was to just smash. And I was like, damn, there's more to the smashing than most people think. You know what I'm saying? You're a YouTuber, that's cool. It's number first, then you bored. What's good, Richard? How you feeling? But shout out to everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button. You're more than welcome to subscribe. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Once we get up to 20 likes, I will be dropping the call-in number for us to call and to talk on the phone. You already know what it is. And if you want to call in and talk about certain things, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, I think that's not even on the list. But if you're a person who if you are only smashing to count your body counts, I don't think that's somebody you should listen to. I think that's a very low standard of a goal that you have in life. Because you gotta think about it. Life is so is beautiful. The universe itself, like there's so many things to research, discover, explore, to learn, to love, to enjoy. And your only goal is to get body counts up. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. But look, each his own. Everybody has their own goals, but there's people out there for sure. There's people out there, you know, especially the snipers. You got snipers out there and everything. But you guys give me one brief moment. I'm gonna be right back. Enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I gotta go grab something really quickly. One moment, please. Damn. Right. I think my thing is still on. So while it's playing, you guys listen to some music really quick while it's playing. All right. Hold on. I know. We've been through the same thing. So why not? Like, say what's up to each other. I'll be right back. All right. Say what's up. Girl, I know what you've been through. Got a nigga locked out like the motherfucker in do. Every time we kiss, Don't forget to get the likes up to 20 so we can get to the call-in show. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one. All right, we back in this building. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? My apologies for that, y'all. We are here. What's up? We are live. We are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? Nala, how you feeling? Bad songs? I think that's a great song, to be honest. That's my shit. Yes, once we get to 20 likes, we're going to start the call-in show. You already know what it is. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. All right? My apologies. I had to grab something really quickly, but I am back. Of course not. Why would I flex? What's up? What's up? Let me make sure I look at these. Do I live in SoCal? I have no idea what SoCal is. y'all crazy in these comments, dog. Y'all crazy as fuck in these comments. When I had three different women in one day, them heard my aunt and cousins. What? And they all the same? Okay, I have no idea what you're saying. What's up? What's up? What's up? Absolutely. I had to make some time. Have a great one, Nyla. Appreciate you. Of course I had to make some time. So now, let's go ahead and jump into this video, man. Let's jump into this song. And then once we get to 20, then I'll drop the number so we can do the call-in show. But tonight we're going to be talking about the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. So we are here now, full in effect, live in the building. Let's have this conversation and let's do this thing. Because listen, man, the reason why I created this list is because I want you guys to be aware of the types of people to listen to. Because this isn't a holistic sense. This isn't just going to be in like for dating. It can. But I want you to look at this in a bird's eye level of certain things, right? You don't want to be somebody who's you don't want to just listen to everybody, to be honest. Like I was giving examples of my mentor, the people that I choose to mentor me and for them to choose to I be their mentee is because I'm inspired by what they showcase and what they keep continuing to create as a person. You know what I'm saying? You already know. What's up, Cosmic? How you feeling? What's up? What's up? What's up? If she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. Just because she likes cars doesn't mean your BMW is green light. That's true. That's true. Yeah, if a woman doesn't like you, don't rock with it. Fuck it. It is what it is. There's way more women. There's way more women out there. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Elena. Marie's in the building, so she's gonna take care of some shit too. So go ahead. And, you know what? Hey, Elena, go ahead. Take it 30. Take your 15 real quick and enjoy your lunch break. Elena, Marie's gonna help. What's up with it? Anybody under the age of 30? How old are you, Sojo? How's that for a line? Okay, ladies. Actually, let me. If we got any ladies, let me know if this works on you. Soft at night, smooth by day. I glide my way with a calm step. Shirt clean, smile classy, always calm, never too flashy. How's that for a line? Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. I don't think it should be rehearsed though. Sojo says over 30. Okay, that's interesting. What's good? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this thing, y'all. The top 10 types of people you should never listen to. All right. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this. On that gladiator shit. Like, are you not entertained? All right. So this first one is actually a little bit crazy. But I want to tell you guys something. And this, I want to let you guys know first things first. I'm an empowerment coach. I specialize men to assist in their dating life, life in general, self-discovery. It can be a style, mainly confidence, because to empower yourself is to empower the world. So with this list, it's not to it's not to put anyone down, but it's to tell the truth about certain things. And this first thing, I'm not a woman hater. The ladies know I love them, and we don't come here to hate and bash ladies. All right, that's not what we do. So number one, of top 10 types of people you should not listen to are women. Okay, now check me out. I know, I know. I just gave a whole speech about like me loving women and shit. Um, but I'm not saying in a bad way, right? And it's obviously if there's a woman that's a CEO, financially better, that can put you in positions. See, I even have women that are business associates that I listen to on certain advice and topics that happens. I do. Thank you for the hundreds. I appreciate you, Richard. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. Do not be scared of them. Am I AI? Yes, I'm an AI user. Yes, 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 yes. Someone who is always right can never be wrong. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. But this is what I mean though, and I wrote this down because I'm a nerd, so I'll be writing shit. But like again, number one, women. There's only a few to listen to, and I put slash. A lot of women will promote themselves to be a certain way, but will break all the rules. So this one is specifically when it comes to dating advice. Because like, and okay, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of women who will tell you how it is, and that's like a good maybe like 15% out of 85% of women who are gonna lie to you, because you're gonna have people that women, they will tell you what they want out of what they feel in a moment, mainly. But the truth is that a woman could say she does want a sweet guy and a guy who loves her and long term and gives her all the stuff that you hear. I don't need to tell you because I'm pretty sure you heard it all, right? Now that could be true because it could be true. Maybe that's something that she feels and that she wants in the moment. However, though, on this side, we talk a lot about how women break the rules for the men that they want. So yes, they could say that, but their actions show something completely different. That they give the bad boy more of the time. They will cross up their lines for the guy that they really want, and it's the truth. It's the truth, and that's usually what happens, and that's why I had to be number one, because women are a lot of women, not the whole population of ladies, guys, okay, but women are covert ops. Like they got secret identities out here. If they were an astrological sign, they would be Geminis. Of like the many identities that they have. You know what I'm saying? They would be their women are multifaceted. They are covert ops. They got secret identities. Certain things that you may know, certain things that you may not know, but that's depending on who the person is and for them to show who what that is. You know what I'm saying? But that's just that for the ladies. Again, it's not for all, and and I'm not saying you gotta realize when you're getting advice from women, it depends on what it is specifically. Because there's smart women out in this world. There's women who are financially well off, doing well in business, doing well in life. Maybe can even help you to assist you in a challenge that you're having in life. But you should never listen to majority of them when it comes to dating. I'm gonna be honest with you, because they'll be like, "Nah, don't be the mean guy. Be the guy that cares. They be like, nah, don't be the mean guy. Be the guy that cares. Be the guy that's in her corner. Women like mean guys. Women like mean guys. Don't be disrespectful, of course. Okay. And number two are the top 10 types of people you should not listen to. Number two are going to be guys who don't take care of themselves. This is very important. Okay. Number two is guys who don't take care of themselves. No haircuts. They don't groom themselves. They got wrinkled clothes. Their nails are mad dirty. That doesn't mean you gotta like clip them. You gotta paint them with clear polish. Guys who still have holes in their socks. I don't even want to get started on underwear because I don't even know how you would peep that, right? But don't listen to guys who lack self-care, who lack self-love. Cause you gotta think about this. Again, this is a holistic sense. I'm not if you got things going on, that's one thing. We just hit the 20, so I will be dropping the number to call in a few. But you gotta think about this. If you are your like first presentation, right? So you are the thing that the world sees before anything else. And even yourself. But if you're continuously, not grooming yourself and see, for me, my barbershop is an hour away, but I go there because my barber is great. So maybe it'll be from like 3 weeks to 4 weeks till I get it. But at the time, I still maintain myself though. I don't make sure that I go all crazy and ballistic. I still maintain myself. Or even the way that they have their toothbrushes. Because, I'll be honest. When I was younger, I used to be a biter on my toothbrushes. So this shit would spread. But, there's still some grown-ass men that still have those type of toothbrushes, or they put their toothbrushes face down on the pavement, onto the goddamn sink. Like it's touching everything. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to listen to folks who take care of themselves. Take care of yourself. It's important, man. But shout out to everyone in the building. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Let me go ahead and drop this number for you guys. Give me one brief moment. Hold on. Let me type it in the chat for y'all. We just hit to 20, so we'll start our call-in show. Let me look at the number again. Hold on. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. What's up? It's your boy All-Star Izzy. If you're new here, say hello. What's good? Okay, 424-850. And just to let everybody know, this is not my real number, okay? So please don't try to text it and try to get in contact with me. I've had a couple of people that texted me, and yeah, I'm gonna just leave it to where it is because you know who you are. All right. The number is live and it is active, okay? You're more than welcome to call and to talk. Remember, this is a self-improvement channel, okay? This is about assisting yourself in all walks of life. If you come and you troll, if you do something and you call the number, you try to troll and take my time up, or the show's time, depending on how I'm feeling, I may say your number publicly, all right? And I do not answer... I don't answer unknown callers. I do not do that. You have to call in with your number. I'm not going to be calling you. I'm not going to be going back into my phone being like, who is this? No, we're not doing none of that. I don't care about that too much. Okay, so that's going to be number two. Women like selfish guys. That's true. Women do like selfish guys. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why women like selfish guys. And the reason why women like selfish guys is because he cares about himself. I remember I got a video. I was like, to get women obsessed with you, you just gotta be obsessed with yourself. Like that's just the sauce, man. But anyways, that's number two. Remember, guys who don't take care of themselves. And I would even add, what's up? How you doing? Great to see you again. But I'll even add women in there, not just guys, because there's some women in there that are not clean at all. I've you know what? Not too often, but I have definitely been in a woman's place. And I did find some things out of place, and I just didn't appreciate it, man. I don't know. I don't like uncleanly shit. I need shit to be right in order. Not now. You don't gotta be in control of it like super OCD, but like come on. I don't even want to say about the stuff that I saw. I don't listen to any men that have characters on their shirts. Who in here be wearing characters on their shirts? That's funny. But again, it's important because no haircuts, don't groom themselves, wrinkled clothes. They go walking outside like they don't give a fuck about their life. And see, it's not. Of course, listen. A big thing that it has nothing to do with what society says or thinks about you. To be honest, a lot of it has to do with how you carry yourself. That doesn't mean you can't go out in some basketball shorts and a shirt and a wife beater or something like that. You can go out there and feel comfortable and enjoy yourself, dress how you want. But there's a huge difference between somebody who is going outside with wrinkled shirts, they got wrinkled pants, they're musty. You can tell they haven't had a haircut in 3 months. They don't present themselves very well, and there's a reason for certain things that why you shouldn't listen to people like that, because they don't care. You should want to listen to people who care. What's going on? We got 239 in the building. Welcome to the All Star Calling Show. How can I help you, and how old are you?
I'm 31.
All right.
I'm a United States Marine veteran. And I just wanted to say I'm watching your channel right now on YouTube.
Dope.
I was just scrolling down. So I've yet to subscribe, but I'm going to subscribe and like this channel.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
But I just want to say your advices are amazing, especially to people who don't have the right guidance and who don't have the right style. But my question that I had in my head to you, I have an echo right now. Like I can.
Yeah, I apologize.
I can hear myself.
Yeah, sorry. It's
So,
please try to be try to bypass it if you can. I'm working with some, with what I got my resources. So it's my phone that's connected to a Bluetooth microphone. So I do apologize for the echo.
you're good. You're good, my brother. You're good.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah, but just one question that I have, and only one question to you, man, is if you won the lottery jackpot, the Powerball, $200 million after taxes, what would you do from the start and from the finish? Although the finish is not in our hands because it's in God's hands, because there's many things that He wants you to do,
right?
And I know that you're going to do. But if you go into the store and you purchase a Powerball jackpot ticket and you actually won $200 million after taxes, what would you do, my brother?
I think the first thing I'll do is to clear if there's any debt for my family. That'd be like the first big thing that I do. Like, of course, like I would want to do something for myself just off of like how I feel. But I think the first major thing I do, I would love to clear it for my fam. Like whatever, if they have any troubles for anything, or of people that's close to me, I would clear that, and then I would invest into a into a microphone, so that way we don't have to hear echo when I get the call-in show. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would think about them first and want to clear that out to get them get what if anything's on their mind about that. Yeah.
All right, now let's rewind a little bit.
I'm sorry.
From the moment that you look at your and you find out that you won,
right?
What would be going through your head? And what would you do at that moment?
I mean, it would be like, I'd be like, this makes sense. I would be happy, but I'd be like, this makes sense why it's in my account. But again, I think I would just plan for it. I wouldn't do nothing I wouldn't splurge on some shit though. I would I would definitely put some things away. Like I would immediately just put some stuff away. I wouldn't think about splurging on something, going out and buying shit. I would rather take care of first priorities. That would be my first thing to do in the moment, to be honest, truthfully. That's what I do when I really have the funds that come from me. That's what I would do though.
All right. And I do respect that.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah, I asked that question because that's a personal question for myself. Because my dream is to someday hit the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
And I've lost a lot of people, and same as everybody in the chat, same as yourself.
Right.
And one thing that I would do is I lost some friends at 17. Right now I'm 31, and I would want to I want to give something back to their families because that's something that they would want.
That's fly,
So
man.
that, like, I feel that would be my first priority,
That's
and
dope.
then splurge. To be honest, because life is temporary, man,
Yeah.
and God give us this day, this life, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to live it to the fullest. However, I want to bless those who no longer are able to bless their families.
Well, that's dope, man. As long that is good, especially if that comes from a true, genuine place from your heart. Then hell yeah, because I'm definitely. I mean, hell yeah, I'm a splurge. Shit, might pull up. I might just do a private jet that same weekend. You know, just for I might go take a flight to. Because I was thinking about actually doing a private jet. I think it's like 2,000 for 2 hours, some shit like that. But I was thinking about doing a private jet like this year. But I would definitely do it like the weekend of. I'd be like, I'm finna go to like Miami or some shit for like 2 days or for the day, just come back. But yeah, for sure. Is there anything else though?
Other than that, man, that's good. Other than that, like I just like you're doing everything right, man.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Whenever I see the shadow, you seem like a positive person, and which you are. And I just want to call in and just speak my thoughts, and most of all, ask a lot of questions because not a lot of people, would even dream of having that much money.
Right.
And whenever you have that,
Now what?
the world is in your head.
Facts, bro. Facts. And thank you for your words, and I appreciate you taking the time out. Thank you for sharing that as well, and thank you for liking and subscribing if that's something that you choose. So I appreciate that, man.
All right, bro. Thank you so much. And my name is
Absolutely. Have a
Alex,
great
and
one.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
comment.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Take care of yourself. Have a good day.
Absolutely. Peace. All right, the number is, and shout out to that caller, man. I appreciate that. Um, it's fun. That was cool. That was cool. If you guys want to, you guys want $200 million, what's the first thing y'all doing? That would be the first thing I'll do though. Really, just take that out of, because I understand that especially in this life, you're gonna always It's been a blessing talking to you. Oh, shout out to Florida, Florida. Cheers to you, man. Thank you. Yes, it was grateful. I'm grateful to have a conversation with you. That was nice. Thank you for your time. But just in general, yeah, no. I mean, that definitely be my first. Because I mean, although we still live in life, some people do not have it as fortunate, especially if it's your family, and how much people can feel stress from it. You know. All right, so that's number two. Remember, guys who don't take care of themselves, just in general, guys and women. You know, y'all fucking with women that go outside wear bonnets. Let's see. I would take Hannah to France if she agreed, which I'm sure she would. If you won $200 million, the first thing you gonna do, Shiloh? You gotta shoot your shot first, bro. I'm going to definitely bless you with a microphone, professor, and a couple of other gifts. If I won the lottery, oh, thank you. That would be great. I'd appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you for keeping me in your mind. But that's number two. Remember, the number is 424-850-0077. You guys are more than welcome to call in and have a conversation. All right, so number three, okay, of the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Number three is going to be men who have little to no experience with sex, life, and risk. Okay, this is very real. After Texas, yeah, exactly, Florida, exactly. Yeah, after Texas, that's nice, yeah. But this is very important though. And the reason why I say little to no experience with sex, life, and risk, I had to put that all together. I could have said life, but you know, there's just a lot of people that give advice that don't live what they say, or they just regurgitate what they see online to to get an audience or to do, and to each his own. I'm not even here knocking them. I'm just saying that a lot of people could talk it, but they're not walking the walk. And when I talk about with that sex, I mean every man wants to smash, okay? And you want to have a great sexual experience when you want to smash. So get with guys who know what they're doing and what they're talking about. Next is going to be life. You see, you got a lot of people in that have little to no experience in life. They only go based off of what they see on social media, and they determine what they see on social media to be reality. Now there's things in on social media that are like real life. It can reflect real life. Art imitates life. It can happen. You can see it. I'm not saying that there's no such thing as that. But at the same time, are you going to be somebody who is wishing or who is just watching social media for you to live your life by I forgot the word, living your life through somebody else's lens? How do you know what's really going on? I don't advise nobody to listen to people who watch others to live their life through their lens. You got to know what it's like, what social media is versus what real life is too. They're two different brackets and they both still, intertwine and bridge into each other somehow. But real life is extremely different from what it is on social media. And you got a lot of people that, what are the words that I want to say? Like I forget what these words are, but like it's kind of like fear mongering, or it's really just trying to keep you trapped in like a certain mindset of like how all people are standoffish, all people are like this. And the truth is, yes, there are a lot of people that's like that. There's a lot of people who live in their mind and live in their head. But there's also a lot of other people that like to engage, like to talk, that are very mannerable, that want to be kind, that want to be cool, not rude, not stuck up. So that has to be something for you to experience. Because if you don't live life, you shouldn't, or you don't interact in life, you don't know how it is to be socially aware in certain situations, to when to say something, when not to say something, when to walk up to approach, when to not walk up to approach, when to just engage or disengage, when to know it's your time to walk away, when is know it's your time to start a fight or stop a fight. Like you gotta know these things, and you will learn those social cues once you get out in the real world and you start to live life. And if someone is talking about how to live life, but they don't have no clue of what life is or how people can be, you shouldn't listen to somebody like that, which falls into the risk. Okay? People who don't take risk on themselves, don't listen to those people. Don't listen. If people, okay, listen. If people are the world itself, everybody like what's very popular is like becoming becoming your best self, becoming your best version, becoming this and that, this and that. Okay, cool. But listen to the person who's saying it. Is this like the advice is good? That is something everybody says. But the person, is this person actually taking risk in life? This is where you make the distinct choice to say, I don't know if I should actually be listening to this person. Like I said, the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. If someone is just regurgitating something, but the person itself is not doing stuff to take themselves out of their comfort zone, or they're not experimenting on social media with their content, they're not afraid to lose views because they're choosing to do something else. Like, take all that into account, or how the person is in their personality. Listen to people who say take risk because they're taking a risk. And they take a risk to go back to tell you, this is how I learned to be better with my risk. This is how I took a risk and what I learned from it. This is a lot of what I talk about. Because again, people just mimic what they see online, but they're not really doing this. Like they're not really living it. They're not interacting in life. They're not. They're too stuck in their mind. Or they just want to get a cash grab. Everybody has their way of doing shit. Why did I suspend you? What are you talking about? You said every guy wants to do, you know what? You serious? Oh yeah, every guy. No, and the truth is every guy wants to have sex. Every guy wants to have sex. It's literally how we were conceived. Like we're human. Well, if you're 18 like me, then expect it for you not to have a lot of experience. Well, I mean, shit. When I was 18, I knew some of my friends were heavily experienced, and I'm like, God damn. I was like, I was a low key a late bloomer at my time. Yeah, don't be afraid to call in and shout out Shiloh. Remember, the number is 424-850-0077. And you guys are more than welcome to call in. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. My name is All Star Izzy. I'm an empowerment coach, man. Let's do this thing. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Absolutely. One good way to talk to a woman, guys, is to have a microphone in your... let's see. Let's do this. When you spam, you're being inconsiderate for the people who would like to chat. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. What Elena said. Yeah. And it's I don't and that goes for anybody. If you just spam, I gotta because I gotta keep scrolling, and I know there's people that says a comment that I want to comment on, or they want me to comment on, or a question. Remember, if you got a question, you're more than welcome to ask. Put a Q in the chat. You got a life, dating, self improvement, anything that requires into that. Go ahead and ask. Let's continue on to the show. This is about the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. That was number 3. Again, for the risk and everything like that. I mean, I pretty much wrapped it all up for that part. But I think that's just such a big pet peeve of mine, man. Like that was such a difference where like when I was with my mentor. My mentor was not even was is a risk taker, and being around that and around his colleagues, I only adopted more of the risks that I was taking, putting myself in situations with an open mind, taking away from my ego and being like, this is what I need to do, humbling myself to learn more. And just which really means keeping an open mind that we don't know everything. Go take a risk on yourself. Talking to the girl you like is taking a risk if that's not natural to you at the time. Going for what you want is taking a risk in life. Experimenting with new different things is taking a risk in life. Trying different fashion is taking a new risk. Because most people just live to stay comfortable. That people live to stay comfortable in a bubble. Do you want to live to stay comfortable in a bubble? You want to go outside and take a risk, man. You want to interact. Do you seek rejection? Go out and get rejected. Not just by women, but life. Go get rejected by life, man. Like for real. Why not? I've gotten rejected not just by women. I've gotten rejected by A&Rs. I got laughed at by Twista. I got told no by Waka Flocka Flame. I got told by no by A&Rs. I got told no by event curators, coordinators. I've done it. I've not that I have done it all, but I've definitely done a lot of portion of stuff to why this is why the confidence I have is unmovable. It's because I've been rejected in all types of areas, not just to women. Because women is like 0.1% of life to get rejected by. Go get rejected by the dreams that you want to achieve, and you meet certain heroes, certain people that you think could put you in positions. Go get rejected by them and see how that feels. Putting yourself out there. I've been booed on stage. I've been like, but that's like, I'm saying all that to say I'm out there taking a risk on myself. I remember one time, um, I was gonna perform for his concert. It was like a big concert. It's called Lotus Rosary. I think they're still going on doing some things on there, and shout out to them. But I remember at the time, I'm still an upcoming artist, but at the time, like a lot of people didn't know me, but a lot of people kind of knew me. I was like locally popular, but not like as big, like city and state wise. And I remember I was going up against this other person to get a slot in the festival. And I remember the person, like he was very well known that I was going to go up against. But I went up to people not only on social media, but I went up to people in person. I was riding the MARTA bus, I was riding the train, when I was working, when I was shopping, I was asking people in their face, hey, I'm sorry to bother you. If you have Instagram, this is a very odd request, but would you be okay or willing to vote for me to get to the slot on concert? And I would have to sell myself essentially to let them know. Some people definitely said hell no. Some people say, yeah, I got you. But what I'm pointing out is that I went out there and still talked to somebody. I put myself on Front Street still. Why not? And I remember I ended up winning the slot. And when him and I talked about it, he was like, bro, he was like, to anybody that can beat me, I support. He was like, cause he was straight up honest, and I respect him for this shit. He was like, I didn't think you were gonna win. He was like, cause I know I'm me basically. So he was like, I know that I was gonna win. Like, no one knew who you were, kind of thing. And I was like, man, I appreciate it, But I get competitive, and I do what I want to win. Shout out to everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Question. Once I approach Hannah, what should I do if she happens to want to talk to me? And what should I do if she ignores me and walks away? Just, I guess, dust myself off and keep it moving. Well, what do you mean talk to you? Like talk to you and then keep a conversation going? Because when you talk about approaching, how would you want to approach her? That's very important on what do you mean by that? Because you want to approach women with intention. You don't want to just go out with no reason. We need to be bold for sure. So I was a little dropping names because I don't know who Silence talking about, and we don't gotta worry about that. Liars, that's true. No, I think. Well, let's hold on, guys. The question up here says, what are some types of people you shouldn't listen to? So a lot of people, if they say things, I think they're just talking about that. I don't think they were shooting a shot at nobody or like saying anything disrespectful. But let's get these likes up. Thank you for 28 likes. Let's work our way to 30 likes. And don't forget the call-in number is 424-850-0077. Okay. Yeah, I think Silent was just referring to what I have up here for my questionnaire. Or what are some types of people you should listen to? You. What's up, Raheem? What's good? I had to hug her. Okay. You good? You good? Do your thing, Marie. I understand life is demanding. You have a life yourself, and I'm actually I'm thankful that you said that because I want to say thank you everybody. What's up, the editor? What's up, editor? But I want to say thank you everybody who is taking a moment in time right now, and we're sharing this moment to have a conversation. Whether you're just scrolling past, whether you are subscribed, you're gonna like, you subscribe, you want to engage. But I'm grateful for the times and the moments that we are having. I appreciate it. I like your hair in the background. What are those balloons for? Well, those are my Valentine's balloons, but I never took it off. And I kind of just like how it looks. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Memorize everything that happened. Think about what you could do better. Reset. Very true. Very true. I listen to this 32-year-old who just walks around all day talking about money investing, not living off a paycheck. I don't know if he's being real. He seems crazy a little bit. Could be. You never know. I think the best thing is to see, listen, is to see people's actions. Actions will tell you everything about people, for real. All right, let's keep moving though. So that was number 3 of the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We are here on the road to the top. Let's keep getting staying, man. Thank you for being here. My name is All Star Izzy. I'm an empowerment coach, baby. Let's do this. Number 4 is going to be unsolicited advice from people who go to relationship, cheat on their spouse, and stay in relationships that they don't truly want to be in. This is a very heavy one. And I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Because I know you may have known somebody, maybe you have been this person. But when it comes to specifically relationship or dating advice, what's up, Only Ken? How you feeling? But when it comes to dating advice, relationship advice, or it can even be life advice. And I'm not even saying, listen, any person or any type of person that I'm listing tonight, they can actually give some good advice. But you got to take the advice that they say with a grain of salt. Because like I say, if they don't practice what they preach, don't listen to these peeps. Ooh. Anyways, number 4 again. The top 10 types of people you should never listen to is a person who gives you unsolicited advice, who goes from relationship to relationship, who cheats on their spouse and stays in a relationship that they don't want to truly be in. This is a person who doesn't have a direction in life. This is a person who is afraid to get out their comfort zone and afraid to be alone. They can give some good advice, but this doesn't mean that they should be counted as somebody who is a mentor. Maybe they gave you some fuel for motivation, but at the same time, long term, listening to who this person is, don't listen to these type of people who just bounce from relationship to relationship. There's a lot that's messed up internally and mentally, and plus they're doing themselves a disservice and the people that they're bringing into their life, because they're not taking time for who they are and for what they feel and think. And they're only masking it in another human being. And they're treating that person wrong in the long run, to be honest. I don't listen to those types of people. People who cheat on their spouse immediately makes me think of someone who is scared to be confident. Someone who cheats on their spouse, someone who cheats on their girlfriend, someone who cheats on their boyfriend, that is a very weak individual. That is someone who is afraid to get what they want in life. Because let me put this in a perspective for you guys. If you really wanted 2 women, right? And you know what? I've actually was offered to be in a polyamorous relationship, into a poly relationship. I was offered for a woman to be my girlfriend while I'm going to see other women. I've been offered this a couple of times. But you know why a man like myself can have that dynamic with women? Is because I was honest, I'm confident, and I do not care if you are not a part of the lifestyle that I want to live. Simple as that. Anybody who has to lie, to cheat, sneak around for certain things, they are a dishonorable person. Not only because it's morally bad, but because you're afraid to get what you want. Like that's see, you know what? I don't like yes, you're dishonorable, but I'm actually more upset at the fact that you're scared to get what you want. Like that's what really ticks me off. Cause think about it, you're only lying because you're scared to get what you want by being honest, and you think you need to lie. You think you need to lie in order to be honest, or to get what you want, and that indicates, and that's just a lack of, no, excuse me, it's a fear of success. Thank you. It is a fear of success that you have. That's all. That's the indicator of it. Anytime you have to cheat or lie for something, you're scared about the outcome that you could have if you were just honest about this certain thing. Shout out to my brother Bryce is in the building. Love you, bro. You just say the right stuff. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate it. Thank you. I've been gaslighted before I met you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm helping you to see things. What's good? What's up, Hot Buns? Hell of a username, by the way. I don't even think I like saying that. I'm gonna just call you one. I'm gonna call you one, all right? Or something. I don't know. That at name is just it don't sit right. Anyways, but that's what I'm saying. The middle part is wild. You think it's sexy? It looks fly, right? It's a fly ass shit. I look fly as hell. I'm looking at myself right here. I look fly as fuck. But like I was saying though, don't, and this could be in translation with don't listen to people who are afraid of their success. You're out of here. Her name was Amanda. Listen, Amanda, you look AI, but I'm gonna let this be known for all women out there. I don't like to be talked to like I'm being degraded. I don't know these dudes. I know some dudes out here they got kinks and they like to be degraded and talked to like that. That's not me. Don't talk to me like that. That's not a turn on. That is what you ladies call a ick. Fuck that. Don't ever stop talking to me like that. Am I a therapist? No, I'm an empowerment coach. But a lot of my stuff is therapeutic. The way I want to approach Hannah is just going to be simple. I'll be standing outside of class and Hannah walks out and I just say, hey, Hannah, how's it going? Then we just see her response. Okay. Okay. But remember, the call-in number is 424-850-0077. Remember, it's and this is going to be in a holistic sense of don't listen to people who just are scared of their own success, man. That's all I can really say that goes into it. But of course, the relationship to relationship, don't listen to those people. And you know what gets me upset is when people are in like certain situations and they're like, don't be like me. Like they don't got a way out. They be like, okay. Imagine someone's in a relationship. They ain't trapped. They in a long distance relationship. Okay, they're like in a long distance relationship, and the guy is like verbally abusive and all that bullshit. And she's talking to the friend, right? She's like, girl, you know this relationship is tough. You know, don't be like me. Get with a guy that really wants you. And it's like, what? You're only 23 years old. You can get out of this shit. Like, but then we gotta realize, people actually want to be into this shit. People want to be in this type of stuff. People want to be in these type of relationships. And another thing too is stop trying to save people. Don't try to save people. Don't unless they want to be, then do it. But if you are going out your way to save people, you need to do some internal work. People should be coming to you for it. Appreciate you, Storm. Facts, Marie. What's wrong with that? It's simple and direct. I'm not trying to shake her hand or nothing. I didn't say anything. Comment on it, unless you want my comments on about it. If you want me to like add something to what you're talking about, then I can do that, Charlotte. Facts, Elena. Facts. But here's the catch. Since I interviewed my history professor, he might mention it to the class and Hannah might take an interest in me. So I might not have to do anything, so that's good. It's a lot, man. That's shallow is too much. The biggest thing of what you're saying is like it's a might, it's a possibility. When you take it into your own hands, it doesn't become a possibility. It becomes an outcome of success. When you do it, instead of depending on something to uplift you. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get into this thing. That was number 4. Number 5, okay, of the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. And this is, oh, I love this one. Number 5 is men who pander to women. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Men who pander to women. Number 5, men who pander to women. Stop listening to it, especially like that, the dating or relationship advice. Stop listening to those guys. Those are the same guys who say happy wife, happy life. Those are the same guys who repress their needs. Man, I was watching, what did I watch? I watched Zootopia too. And Zootopia, and so Judy Hopps. So let me not say that right now, but hey. Anyways, so Judy, she called her parents. And her parents like, how are you doing? How are you and your partner? Because her partner is Nick Wilde, which is the fox. And he was like, she was like, oh, he's good. And then she was like, everything's good. And he was like, you need to get married soon. Like, you're getting older. And he was like, the dad was saying this. He was like, there's nothing wrong with feeling a little dead inside to compromise for a relationship. And the woman in the background was like, that's right. And I was like, wow, this is in movies. I feel like everyone can give advice regardless. There's always something we can learn from one another. It just depends on what kind of advice you're asking for. Yeah, Bryce, that was something that I was saying too, though. Because I'm saying, like, I think long term, you shouldn't listen to these types of people long term. Because there is things somebody could say that can change the trajectory, or whatever they are living could be inspiration to not do what they're doing. Like, it still can happen. I'm not saying you can't, because in the future I'm going to talk about why to be perfect in the game of life, you can find and take inspiration from all walks of life. But just in general, for this point of what I'm talking about, I would steer away from it. Not to shut them out completely as a person, but like I wouldn't ask for it. Like, if it just randomly came up and we just talking, like, okay, imagine you at a bar and you just randomly talking to this person. And you were talking about, like, damn, bro, I'm really just trying to, like, get my feet up off the ground. Like, I don't know, life is doing a lot, and I'm just, like, I don't know what to do. I feel confused. This person, who could probably be in $1 billion in debt, 3,000 baby mamas, and could have wrinkled clothes. But because you're not judging them off of that, you're just talking. They could be like, bro, this is what you need to do. Don't be like me. And you never know what their life is like. I feel like that's different. But if you're like, if you know what this type of person is and you can hear it, because again, a lot of this is to gain self-awareness of the type of people to look out for. Because inconsistency is one of the biggest things, but you can even learn. But I'm just saying, long term, don't listen to that shit. Have a good one. Yeah, 3,000 baby mamas is wild. Definitely. But number 5, yes, men who pander to women, guys who are, and you know what, we all have a position to play in life, so they play their part the way that they need to. So I understand. I understand that. But at the same time, if you want, a lot of this is if you want better results in life and you want better results with women, don't listen to guys who suppress their needs in order to keep women in their life. Don't do that. Or even on the other end, yo, listen, there's a whole bunch of dudes that pander to women. There's a lot of guys online that pander to women to get like, to get likes and money. Again, I'm not knocking your hustle. To be honest, I see it play and I fuck with it. But you're just a wolf in sheep's clothing. And I don't respect that. But hey, look, it ain't for me to, forget my opinion. I'm just saying this in general. I know how these folks be out here. Wolf in sheep's clothing, just saying all the right shit. It's like the pastors who like pander to the crowd in order to get money so they can get their cars, jewelry, and all that shit. Like that right there. Had lots of pandering in my lifetime. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Elena. And you're gonna hear a lot more. What's up, Brawl Star? Dope, that's a dope ass name, by the way. That's dope. That's okay. John says that's why you poor, womanless, and got no motion. You got no motion, just lotion with your 10 live viewers. John, you are a very observant man. So John, let me do something. Let me do you a favor tonight. So there's a phone number, 424-850-0077. And I want you to do yourself a favor. Matter of fact, do the whole live show a favor. Call in. Call in tonight. Call in tonight. Because I think what I was saying, it kind of hurts your feelings. You might have been somebody who panders, right? You were somebody who panders to women. You're somebody who represses themselves in order to have a woman's company next to you. Is that what it is? What I do to hurt your feelings? Talk to me. I can help you. Maybe, potentially. Anyways, let's get into this thing. Of course he's not gonna call. He's scared. But that's fine though. John, we're gonna keep you in here because I know people like you. You guys love what I say. You guys hate what I say, but you love it at the same time. Man, I get it. I understand it, bro. This is who you are. Anyways, that was number 5. Number 6. Ooh, there he is. After UFC fighter thinks him tough. Who was a UFC fighter? There's a UFC fighter named All Star Izzy. If that's true, actually, that's tough as fuck. I never even knew that. I don't even watch UFC, bro. Like, damn, that's cool as fuck. UFC fighter, yeah, I guess so. Hell yeah. I live life, bro. I don't even know who the fuck. I'm the only All Star Izzy that lives and exists. But number 6, okay. You know what? Actually, let's do this. Number 6 of the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Name Bryce Mitchell. Oh, I'm weak as fuck. Number 6 and number 6 is gonna have to be you, John. Don't listen to people like John. Damn it, John. I knew this was gonna happen, dude. And I knew it was gonna be some viewer in here that was gonna be a little bit crazy, kind of chaotic, and say something. And you know what? It happens. It happens to the best of us, right? But number 6 is don't listen to people like John. Specifically, don't listen to people who talk a lot of shit and just go out there and spew negativity onto places that they never even do their homework on. They don't know who these people are, and they just talk out their ass, man. What's the reason to talk out? What's the reason to talk out your ass? What does that do for you? What does that put you in? Like, what does that help you with? Because you got to realize this. You see, this is why emotional control and being disciplined is a very strong quality when you're a man. Because you got to be able to control your tongue, man. There's life in the power of the tongue, you say. This would have never occurred if you never said something. And I did tell you to call in. Because you said something, and I thought it was interesting, and I want to hear a little bit more of your input. Maybe you could tell me, maybe you can enlighten me something, but I know deep down inside, there's something in you that hurts. And there's something in you that makes you like, it screams out, please help me, please help me. Which is why I think that you're really here. I see that you're taking some shots here and there, but I think this is more about you than it is about me. You came to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So again, number 6, don't listen to people like John. Again, just people who just don't have Nothing better to do than to just make comments randomly, and also that don't have a profile picture. That's very important. So yeah, I think saying hey, how's it going is pretty traditional and safe, but can you tell me your advice? Okay, so Shiloh, what I would say is like, hey, how's it going? And like you said, when she responds, you have it in your mind, right? Shiloh, you have it in your mind that you want to like ask her out or you want to get to know her a little bit more. Then what you need to do is when you ask her, hey, how's it going? And she responds, right? After that, you just say, hey, listen, Hannah, um, I want to get with you this weekend. I want to do something with you. I think you're cute, right? And I want to do something. I think that's what you should do because you already have it in your mind that you want to ask her out. Like you already want to be with her, right? In that capacity, you find her attractive. And like you said, it's safe, yeah. But your intention that you want is to go out with her. So I would take that step. Be bold. Take a risk, man. People that hate on other people hate themselves. You already know, Daniel. Shout out Daniel in the building. What up, beloved? Homie seems chill. Appreciate you, Maroon. Number 6, don't listen to people like yeah, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all. Guard your tongue. Exactly, beloved. Exactly. Yeah, I did see him. Charlotte, my apologies. Why should we listen to you, buddy? I'm not even gonna answer that question. First of all, your name is Grumpy Octopus Man. So number 6 is gonna also be that too. If you got a stupid ass at name, don't listen to them. Okay, I'm just fucking around with that. I'm just fucking around with that. But Grumpy Octopus Man is really crazy. You may need to explain your username. Um, but you know what? Why should we listen to you? Firstly, I don't like the word buddy, so I'm not gonna answer that. So this is what I'll tell you: don't, don't do it. Just go keep scrolling. You're okay. I could do that. Yeah, yeah. Do that shit, Shiloh. You got this. Do that shit, Shiloh. silence silence often speaks more than words. Absolutely, beloved. Absolutely. Bro talking about some buddy. What the fuck? Man, come on. What the hell? Buddy old pal. Don't listen to me. Just keep scrolling. Anyways, that is number 6. 6 is people like John. And Grumpy Octopus Man. Insane, bro. I can't believe I just said that twice. Anyways, number 7 is gonna be people who gossip about others behind your back or to you. So this is very true. Because people who have a loud mouth and who are always talking shit about other people is someone you shouldn't listen to. That's a two-faced, um, shady ass person, and you don't want to have those type of people in your corner or to listen to stuff like that, or to tell stuff too. Because if you tell them, bro, if they're talking shit about other people behind to you, depending on who it is, but I don't even think it's talking shit, but they could take your business and take it somewhere else. Don't listen to those type of people. Bro, props on how you handle haters on your live stream. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. I like to have fun with it. It's all fun. It's all love. Once I get out this live, I'm not gonna worry about it. So thank you. Thank you for your comment. It's 9 a.m. on smoke. Love you, bro. Love you too. Have a good one. Anyone that literally plays the victim all the time. That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. That's a really good one. But that's number 7. People who gossip about others behind your back or to you. That's a very important thing, man. You don't want to be around those type of people. You don't want to be around people who do that, because if people are constantly gossiping, talking shit about other people, they don't have a life to live. They're not living life. Shout out to Amon in the building, man. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? Great to see you. But there's a lot of people that and there's a concept that I talked about, and I'm gonna make it more public. But a lot of people want a TV show. So a lot of people have a lot of people watch TV for the drama, shit to talk about. Like for instance, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about my six. That show is like 600-pound sister or some shit like that. Like but like shows like that is for people to just talk about. So if they're just always gossiping about other people, that's their TV show essentially, which in translation means they ain't got shit to talk about and they don't have a life to live. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could do that, but I can already see in my mind her being creeped out and walking away real fast. Well, Shiloh, that happens though, Shiloh. Like, not saying that she's gonna do that, but when I say that happens is because that could be your mind trying to protect you, right? Because earlier you said you would rather just say, "Hey, how's it doing?" Have her in a traditional and safe response. Your safe place in your mind is telling you in your head to not do the thing to go outside for her being creeped out and walking away real fast. Are you a creepy guy? I don't think you're a creepy guy. You seem like a cool guy from what I can see, from what I can hear. So there would be no reason for her to think that you're a creepy guy, right? Unless you do something that's creepy and odd. But if your intention is to want to go out with her, why not just say that? Hey, listen, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good, nice. It's nice to hear that you're doing good. But I did want to let you know, Hannah, I want to go out with you this weekend. You know, I'll be honest, I think you're cute, right? You could say something, or you're pretty, or something like a little slight comment. But just to let it be known, you know, and just go out there and shoot your shot and say something. But your mind is always gonna give you scenarios that keep you in a safe zone. This is how it usually works. You know what I mean? Get together this weekend. I mean, I could. Yeah, like, well, okay. How about this, Shiloh? What is something you can do this weekend with Hannah, right? Or next weekend, the following weekend that's coming up. What is something that you can do? What is something that you could do around your campus or in college? Is there a fair? Is there a carnival? Is there a nice place to sit and just talk and chat? Like, what could it be? You know, something that's engaging, something that's fun. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Kaylee. What's up, Zora? How you feeling? What's good, Spike? Luke Page, what's up, fam? If she did say yes, I would be over the moon. And you see, the thing is, you never know until you try. And it's only until you try is when the game starts, because this is not even the game. See, the game is always happening, but like it's within yourself though is like where it begins. But once you talk to her and then once she's like yeah, I would actually like to go out with you. Oh, we starting in that game, baby. That's when it just starts. Like, okay, hold on though. Cause then when it comes into that, the interactions, conversation, talking, having fun, creating memories, all that. It's a lot of beautiful things that come into it. But again, that is gonna be number 7. People who gossip about others behind you or back, or their back to you. I don't like those type of people, nor do I encourage you to listen to those people long term. And just in general, again, this is the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Don't listen to those people. They don't have a life. And people who talk shit about other people aren't living the life that they want to live. And why, again, the biggest question I want you to remember or even reflect on after you listen to this live, shout out to people who are viewing this, shout out to people who are going to view this afterwards. But the biggest thing that you want to realize is, in question is why do I even listen to these types of people? Because the people that I'm listing, this is life. This is life, baby. Life has all these types of people in school, in college, and at work, family, friends, everybody. This is not limited to just one person. This is life. This is a lot of people out here. Men always got to do approaching. What you mean? Monday's when I should do it, right? Yeah, do it Monday. Do it Monday. What about family members? That is a great question, Jasmine. Yes, I would say don't listen to those. Well, are you talking about gossiping or shit? You should listen to family members if it is aligned with what you want to learn or grow from. You know. But if the family members are very close-minded, they don't encourage, they don't inspire, they're not open-minded to certain things. Maybe they're just downright bad, or they're just stuck in where they are. I wouldn't advise to listen to those people, because the biggest thing from this list to take from is, what do I want to embody in life? How can I go about that? And who can I listen to do it? And all these types of people I'm listing for you to learn and hear the pattern. The biggest pattern out of all these people is that they're all inconsistent. They lack self-love. and they're not living the life that they really want to live in all aspects of what I'm talking about. That's the thing that connects it all each individually different, but within is where people are the same, is when that same thing happens. It's because they're disconnected within. That's why this disconnection happens externally in this world. So that's what I would say for family members. But if it's a family member that you see that's thriving, or that you like their advice, you enjoy their wisdom, yeah, listen to them. And that's something that you had to have discernment for, though. You know that, like, listen to what they're talking about, listen to who they are, notice their actions. Actions are everything, because a thought in your mind can't become real until you take action on it. Don't let that go over your head. We heavy in this bitch. Do you think I should just write it out myself and practice it in my head from tomorrow morning until early Monday afternoon class? Hopefully, I get out of class before, so that way I can be ready. Because once she gets out of class, she has another class right after, because the teacher asked the students that last week. Yeah, go ahead and do that, man. Go ahead and do that. But I also want you to know something. While you know that you're practicing, in the moment, if you don't do it, all the practice that you learned or rehearsed can go out the window. So take some time out for sure, but don't dedicate every single day up until Monday to work on your approach. Even if you're scared, Shiloh, because I know this is new. And this goes for any man who is new to just talking to women and that's uncomfortable with it at first. Just, even if you're, bro, I remember, even if you're afraid, just do it scared. Even if it can't formulate a sentence, still do it. I don't care if you look awkward. I don't care, really. Just do it. Do it. Do it afraid. Do it scared. Cause even as much as you practice, you can't, like, when you're in that moment, everything either is gonna vanish, or everything will make sense into why you did it. And that's always up to you. What up, Britt? I've been doing a lot of meal prepping plus gym. I'm gonna be built this summer. Watch out, might take a girl. That's what's up, Spike. That's what's up. I know you're not talking to me though. You must be talking about somebody in the chat. Hell of a comment. It's just I can see rejection already. I know I shouldn't have this mindset. And yeah, you have rejection already. And notice the rejection happens and it exists a lot more in your mind. Is because you reject yourself. Like, you already reject yourself about what you want to do. That makes you free. Like, freedom maybe can look like the scariest thing. So let's say in this case, the freedom, my autonomy that I want to have to make me look confident, not even look, but feel confident. Feel confident would be to walk up and talk to a girl effortlessly. Right? That could be freedom, because that's something that you just want to do without even hesitating, without thinking about it. But rejection, or you hesitating to always act on that thought that you want, that is connected to your passion or connected to what you feel to make you free or confident inside, once you reject that, this is why you start to see rejection habitually more in your mind. Not just you, but for anybody in any aspect. That's the reason why it exists heavily in your mind. Rejection exists not to the sense where it rules the world, but rejection will happen. It will. Like, that's the to for women to say yes means for women to say no. Remember the example that I gave for walking up to strangers just to vote for me so I can get a slot to perform in a festival. I got tons of people that said no. I got tons of people that looked at me crazy, but I got tons of people who said yeah. I got tons of people who were like, man, that's fly, man. I'm glad that you walked up to me. But that's dope. You take yourself serious. Like, you going like blah blah blah. Whole point is, if we reject ourselves internally, we're gonna start to see that more in the world. You know what I mean? But don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you guys for being here. My name is All Star Izzy. If you have any cues, go ahead and put a cue in the chat. And if you want to call in, it is 424-850-0077. Don't forget to subscribe, because we on the road to 2K, baby. You already know what it is. But yeah, so that's going to be number 7, I believe. Yeah. People who gossip behind others behind your back. And actually, let me look at the comments really quickly. My parents always gossip about other family members, and they say we have to pretend to say hi to them, even though they don't like each other. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. I'm actually very against that. I don't like to fake the funk, and I don't like to pretend. I understand dynamics, and that dynamic will exist, especially if you live within their house. If you live under their roof, that's something a rule you may have to abide by. But once you get your own roof and you live your own life, fuck all that. Respectfully. But I'm saying that because I don't believe I don't there's a time and place when to do certain shit, but to fake like act happy or act like you care around certain people, that's one thing, you know. And there could be a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that you don't know. But I still, it's just I don't enjoy superficial shit. I remember approaching my first girl, just got to do it. Gonna suck for sure, absolutely. This is a Collins show. What's the topic? The topic is the top 10. Excuse me, my apologies. I was drinking grapefruit earlier. I think the fucking acid. I don't fucking know. The top 10 types of people you should never listen to. I mean, if you're near where I live, gotta be careful. That's lit. I like that. Good confidence. Is this about psychology? It could be. I mean, it's the game of life, really, what I talk about. The game of life, dating, self discovery, confidence, yourself. I'm a mom. Okay, cool. Scrub it. I'm doing it. I'm tired of sitting in silence. Yes, sir. I got you. I believe in you, Shiloh. You just gotta do that, motherfucker. You just gotta don't even worry about it, man. You got this. All right. Don't talk to me about the people for real. I'll change the subject real quick. I don't want to know anything about no. Yeah, yeah. It's just like cause nah, I don't got time for that. And plus, on another level, I'm not the person that's gonna be your go-to person to unload all the all the drama or all the gossip that you have about somebody else. Why are you afraid to confront them? You know, that's a big thing too. That's a big indicator why people gossip about stuff. They're afraid. That's their power. Their power is being secretive in that. A lot of people talk about other people behind their backs because they're afraid to just have confrontation or what can come out of the situation. You know what I mean? Real shit. But one more thing. Sorry for being a pest. No matter what she says, I can at least say I took a risk and put myself out there, right? Absolutely. That's what it's all about, Shiloh. And yes, it is definitely about getting with her too, and her saying yes. But it is about you saying that you did it. Because trust, Shiloh, and this goes for any man. Once you start to, and this is let's just specifically talk about this. But once you start to talk to women and approaching them and talking to the women that you find attractive, and whether when you get a yes, when you get a no, it starts to become a high in a good way though, because you're like, holy shit, that's all it was. You're telling me there's like this is what I've been missing out on. I just been afraid to do something like that, and there's more to come out of it. I actually like this. Now I get to perfect my craft. Now I get to perfect the way I want to speak and how I want to talk, how I want to come up, how I want to speak. Like all that shit is gonna start to mix in. It's gonna feel like a high. You like, oh shit. Okay, say less. Let's keep going. Let's do it. Is there a way to get rid of approach anxiety, or you just got to step up? I don't think there's in the beginning. In the beginning, there's no way to really get rid of it, bro. There's not. There's not. That's like telling a flower to get rid of its roots, and the reason is because like the reason there's approach anxiety or anxiety within the approach already is because there has been a disruption or there has always been a habitual pattern of hesitating of something that you're doing. So that's why you can't get rid of it. Once you start to the best way to get rid of it through progression is once you start to just act on the instinct, on that thought that's like, I gotta go do it. Cause then you would be like, man, this anxiety now has turned into excitement. So it's like transmuting it, cause it's like energy in a sense, right? We don't gotta get too heavy into that, but it's the anxiety is just energy, and you're basically making this energy into anxiety rather than courage, excitement, fun. But in the beginning, nah, you can't get rid of it. There's no band-aids. You can have a band-aid, but there's no like permanent thing that's gonna get rid of it in the beginning, especially. That's like telling a fish to breathe out of water. You can't do it just yet. until you start to learn, and that's just the truth. All right, let's keep continuing. Number 8. Okay. Number 8 is going to be people who are inconsistent in all areas, financially, emotionally, and mentally. Um, and I put in parentheses social bravado but weak in real life. This is very important. Okay. A lot of this is why I'm talking about as being inconsistent, but specifically when it comes to inconsistency in financially, emotionally, mentally. Now, financially, there's things that do happen. So, real life still occurs. Whether that could be natural disasters, whether that can be just fire, something could happen, right? And you could be in a hole for a while. Doesn't make you a bad person, but it's about being inconsistent financially when it comes to a point of like this is who you are every year. You could be having a solid year or something, but you're still finding yourself inconsistent financially when it comes to gambling it all away, spending it all on women, spending it all on money, food, pleasure, sex, everything when it comes to that. Then yes, absolutely don't listen to a person that's like that, because then it's not about what life is happening to them, it's about what they're doing with their money and how they're handling it responsibly is what I would say for that. So that comes with the financial thing, man. Real shit though. Now, the real part lies into the inconsistent and emotionally and mentally, okay? People who are inconsistent emotionally, mentally, and don't have a stable, like they're not stably afloat mentally. That's basically what I'm saying. That's somebody you should take stuff with a grain of salt from, because they're not as consistent in themselves, man. You know what I mean? Alex says influencers. True, true. There's a handful of them out there. But again, in parentheses, for number 8, I put social bravado, but weak in real life. Okay? This goes very hand in hand with people who they go on comments, live videos, or you see they have videos where they're just yelling stuff, where they're just saying shit, where they're just going crazy. All the types of stuff where people are just they have the bravado in social media, but in real life they don't have that same attitude. Now there's a difference because you got some people who play a character. I see it, but if you're displaying a character that's hate farming, that's showing just pessimistic about a whole bunch of stuff, or you're trying to stir problems with people, and you're not who you are in real life, that somebody should listen to. Because remember, it is about the inconsistency. Hold on, we're getting called real quick in the building. Give me a second, y'all. 239, what's going on? This All Star Calling Show. What is your name and how old are you?
I'm 31. This is Lord.
Oh, what's up, man?
I
You calling back
have,
again? What's up, man?
yeah, bro.
What's going on? How can I
So
help you?
I've been tuning into live stream,
Yeah.
and I like when you're talking about the topic and things, but I just want to say, man, that life is life, and at times, most of the time, and I'm hearing the echo. That's why I'm talking slow, but
Oh, you good. You good. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for being mindful.
like I'm gonna mute a little bit just so that I can hear myself.
Right.
All right. Yeah. So at times, bro, life is life, and it's gonna be what's life. And at times, people are gonna approach you differently. So I know that
Mm-hmm.
this is your channel. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing, but every woman is different, and
Right.
that's why some women are attracted to certain guys, although the certain guys treat them differently. Treat
Mm-hmm.
them not like a woman should be treated, but they should stick with that guy. And that's just a question that I had to you. And that's
Okay.
like me calling you
Mainly.
and asking you, like, why do women attract to guys who treat them the opposite of what they really want to be treated? That's it.
Um, I think that they attract them. It's interesting. So it's like they attract them, but then we also gotta put accountability into this. Women also choose the men who are opposite of what they say, because women have power of choice. So they're not just attracting them because you can attract
All right.
something, but doesn't mean that you're always gonna choose it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Not to me, respectfully,
That's fine.
because every woman gonna be bad,
Right.
but want a guy who could be that at the same time, who's not perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but who's able to be loyal to him, etc. But the guy, he's a dog, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not speaking for every guy because some guys are raised right because they have their moms, they have their dads, and they see how their relationships are, and they take it to the next level. Women in general, some of them, for real, their secret place, the spot that we want, is in their heart. And some of them, their heart is in that secret spot. I don't know if that makes sense. Like some women, for real, they just want that sexual relationship, and that is enough for them to feel emotionally attached.
Yeah. So just so we're clear, like what is basically the point of what you're making?
What I'm making a relationship is not about a formula.
Okay.
You do this and you do that. When it comes to women, there's no formula. Their mind is endless. Just like God is limitless, their mind is literally endless. And they can pick and choose at any time where they want.
Right. So do men. Men can too. We can choose.
Well, most of the time, us men, we tend to think, what's down there.
Yeah, I could see
And
that for
women,
sure.
yes, yes. And women,
Thankfully
whenever they
though.
come into our lives,
Right.
yes, they have specific needs, they speak intelligent, and everything else above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how we treat them matters.
That's true. Especially, and I'll say this, like, yeah, men, and good thing. This is why I have the channel that I do, and what I talk about is that, although on societal level, most men they definitely do think with their dicks more. Like it's like, yeah, think with my dick and all that shit. But I also believe in the power to choose, um, as a man as well. Like women choose, and I like this comment here, beloved said. But women choose, but also men choose for sure. And I know it does matter how we treat women. It's because we don't got to treat women like they're a piece of trash, like they're just an object in the on the street. But when it comes to extra treatment of like doing like everything out around the world, I think some of that shit is just earned. And you can treat people like a decent human being, but when it comes to like above and beyond, and adding to attention and resources, I believe that's earned. You know what I mean? And doesn't take away from who a woman is. It's just about knowing that stuff like that is earned along with respect.
I believe it. I believe it. And that's why we earned it. Just to where we're doing things and, we're going the extra mile, you know. But the bottom line, I feel like they're not putting in as much work as we do. Yeah. We're going the extra mile thinking, how should we treat a lady? How should we make sure they're good, et cetera, and beyond.
Right.
At the end of the day, they just want to have a good time.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some, and I see what you're saying. I know I understand the angle of like how to treat a lady and everything, and I think that's good. I'm glad that you're bringing it up. I talk about that a lot of like how to treat women. Actually, a lot with what I talk about, and this it's a difference when treating somebody that you just first getting to know and first meeting versus treating them when it's 6 months down the line if a relationship or a connection starts to develop. Then things could be treated differently. More things can come into a play. But I listen, man. You're talking to somebody who I speak on that a lot, in a positive way though, in a positive way. But some of the comments I do say is it sounds a little bit, it's definitely harsh to most of the public ear, but I mean with good intentions of what I speak on, because I understand women, and I understand how women can take advantage of weak men, and it's not all women, but I just understand that.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I agree with you. Like I'm just saying that with every woman, it's not just one formula because it's different approaches. And you hit it right on the nail. It's all about building a relationship and getting to know what they're interested in.
Yeah, man. It takes two to tango. Like that's one of my favorite things ever. It takes two to tango. You know, what I like to talk about. Yeah, tango's dancing. So like the man, we initiate a convo. We mentally ask her to dance. She takes our hand. She follows it, and we bring her in. We twirl her around. Maybe put her down a little bit, like a little scoop. What's up, baby? You know what I mean? But it's ultimately a
That's
dance
right.
between two parts. You know what I mean? Of man and woman, and it takes two parts to abide by that connection.
Yep, yep, that's true.
Yes, sir. But is there anything else? And I'm not meaning to cut this short at all. I just wanted to continue on with the show. But if there's anything else on your mind, please ask.
No, man. Nothing, man. I was just excited about this conversation and what you were talking about, and I just wanted to say for real,
Hey, I
there's
appreciate
no
it.
formula. You know, talk about getting to know them, getting to know the individual and their attention and your attention line.
Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming. Thank you for calling again. You know what I mean? Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate your
All
time.
right. All right, my guy. You have a good one. Peace. Shout out to the caller. Excuse me. My apologies. I had a missed call from 757. I do apologize. If you are an unknown caller, I will not be calling you, by the way. Excuse me, I'm getting another call. 916, what's going on? Welcome to the All Star Show. What is your name and how old are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, my guy? What's your name and how old are you?
My name is Z.
Okay.
I'm 29.
What's up, G? How you feeling, man? How can I help you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just had a pretty quick question, I think.
What's up?
So, a couple of years ago, I had this one conversation with a friend, and I've always been thinking about it ever since then. And I kind of just wanted another perspective to see if I'm going about relationships right, I guess you could say.
Okay.
So, whenever I'm talking to a person,
Right.
I'm highly invested in the conversation, and I like to think pretty deeply about what's being said to me. But when the person is talking, I don't like to look at them because I feel like their face kind of distracts me
Okay.
in a way. And I remember one time my friend, me and him were having a conversation, and all of a sudden he asked me, "Why don't you look me in the face like when we're talking?
Yeah.
Like, is it because you're not interested, or are you bored with what we're talking about?" I
Right.
was like, "No, like I'm super into it. I just it's hard for me to focus on your words when I'm looking at your face because there's like so much there."
Right.
Do you think do you think it would benefit me to try to force myself to just like stare into another person's eyes as they're talking to me, or do you think it's fine for me to continue doing what makes me feel comfortable?
I think it could be a combination of both, but let me ask you: do you have any self esteem issues about when looking at somebody in general? Like, does that make you uncomfortable? And I know you said it distracts you, but does it, like, looking into someone's eye, does it feel a bit exposing? Like, do you have self doubt of any sort?
Well, I, I might like read a bit too much into their expression
Mm.
sometimes.
Okay.
My own self-esteem, I feel fine. Like I don't feel like, you know.
Okay. And the reason why I ask, because normally when people are, uh, when they don't usually look in the person's eye, it could be like whatever they, what's best or comfortable for them. But I know a lot of that stuff can come from like self-esteem issues. It can come from feeling uncomfortable, feeling a little bit exposed. Maybe it feels vulnerable. Maybe, like you said, you read into it, and there could be a reason as why you read to it too much, depending on what that is exactly. But that's what I say. But I mean, if it makes you comfortable, I got some people that we don't. I mean, for my friends, I don't. We don't always look each other in the eye like intensely and shit. Like, but we, like we'll, yeah, this is what it is, and then we can look away. But maybe there's something in there that could potentially be a little bit uncomfortable as to why you may not look into somebody's eyes. If you're calling in, give me one brief moment, you guys. I'm currently on the phone right now. Thank you. But yeah, that's what I would say about it. I think it's definitely do what's comfortable for yourself. But if you do want to get yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, try to make some eye contact. And again, a lot of it is just like a lot of it is just depending on what issues stem from within. Does that make sense?
Yeah. One thing that I had kind of considered, do you think it's possible that like I might sort of be building up a false image of a person in my mind?
Mm.
Like maybe as I'm listening to them, go ahead.
No, I was like contemplating on my thought. Go, keep continuing.
I was thinking maybe it's just that as they're talking, I start to sort of like build up a persona for that person in my mind, and then I get comfortable with that persona that I'm looking at in my head. I don't know if I'm like maybe like
Hmm.
making an unhealthy divide between the real person who's right in front of me and the person that I've started to come to see them as.
That could be what it is, man. And it could also be some things that like maybe something that's happening in your life that you're not looking at reality. Because as within, so without kind of thing. But if you're creating like a fake of a persona of someone how it is, and like you say, the face is distracting. It could be that. Maybe you're not seeing things for what they need to be seen as, and you're kind of creating maybe something around it to whether that feels safe for you of some sort. You know what I mean? And maybe that could be something in your life that you could potentially be doing. And this is also something that's just lingering with your friends as well. I mean, that's a good observation from yourself, though.
Okay. Last question.
Go ahead.
How can you make sure that with what you're doing in life, that you're seeing things as they are, not as you want them to be?
Can you ask that one more time, please?
How can you make sure that in life you're seeing things as they are, not as you want them to be?
Accepting the truth of things, and asking yourself the questions, taking some time to introspect, and not fighting against like uncomfortability and for whatever's in your mind. Like, for instance, if let's say you're someone, not you, but just in general, you're someone who isolates a lot from the world, and maybe the isolation comes from a comfort zone. Maybe you were bullied when you were younger, or maybe your family was just really rude, or they fear mongered and put in your mind that the world is terrible, so you isolate yourself more. That becomes your reality because you start to realize it more, believe what other people say. Now your thoughts become that because it's in your mind. But then to see truth is that okay, let me go experience life. Oh, life isn't that bad. Some people were just maybe trying to protect me, keep me safe. Most importantly, I'm keeping myself safe. And then the next truth is the reason why I stayed within this pattern or thoughts is because I had the power to make myself safe, and I believe this is what safety was for me. So a big truth in a lot of stuff is in seeing things for what they are is that I am the one who is creating my reality and my perception in this. Like whether that it was given to me, if it was given to you, it's your duty to let it go for whatever that could be. But to hold on to it is what you are accepting and providing. So that's what I would say. You know, and I know that's a bit of a heavy and loaded answer, but in simplistic terms, to see things for what they are, not what you want to see them as, is to not put your thoughts as what's being presented to you. There's a difference between discernment or intuition and a difference between trying to create an illusion out of something to make it look pretty when it's meant to be a dead flower. Does that make sense?
Kind of. Can I ask one last question to try to clarify what you're saying?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Again, I apologize. It's a bit of a loaded question. I mean, a little answer.
No,
Excuse me.
no, it's fine.
Go ahead.
It would be helpful to have like a metric to judge myself by in the moment. For you personally,
Mm-hmm.
when you have doubts about your own perceptions or about how you view the world, is there a helpful question that you ask yourself in that moment to help sort of judge what's true and what's not?
That's a great question. I don't necessarily personally I don't like because I know what I'm creating, because a lot of it I believe in like taking it into your own hands. But if there was a question, I'll be like, is this what I want right now? Like, is this my reality? That would be something. This is like that. Like, am I pretending for something? Like, what is going? Especially if you contemplate it a lot, then your answer is going to be to look within. So I think it's just a question. It would just to be the question that like, is this really what it is? Like, is what this seems? Because if you question things a lot, especially when it comes to your life, there it needs to be looked at. You know what I mean?
So you were saying, in the moment, just almost like question your reality by asking yourself, is this my reality?
Yeah, is this what I want? Is this what I'm doing? Like and again, it depends on the circumstance of where it is, bro. You gotta just question it, and then when you question it, that's what I talked about from before. Don't fight the feeling. Like, don't fight what could be uncomfortable. Because maybe the thing of like your friend and how you say maybe the persona, maybe that's true, and maybe there's a reason why you create a persona, why you create something to differentiate. I probably said that word completely incorrect, but there's probably a reason why you do that, to not see who the person is. Maybe they're a shitty person, and maybe you're just trying to put a perception of them in order to keep them around because maybe you love them, or maybe you have like memories, or maybe you see the goodness in people. It's like a family member who grew up, you love them, but you realize they're a shitty person, so you got to cut them off and let them go. And you got to do that. But your perception is like, what you created a perception on them is like, but this is someone who I love. This is my family. I got to keep them around. But the reality is, but they're an ain't shit person. They don't lead me well. They don't help me. They don't encourage me. They bring me down more than anything. And they're not doing nothing for their life, and they don't help me a lot. But I love them though. So it's like a feeling and knowing. Knowing is the reality. It's like, this is what this is. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't question how you see other people. Like you sound like you kind of know what you feel when it comes to your relationships and how you deal with other people. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, no, I don't question that. Cause I'm like, not that I don't know everything, but I don't question it, because when you, what's up RKO, what's up, man? But when you start to, experience things, or you start to just get to know who you are, you don't start to question things. I don't really question it. Reason is because I see people for who they are, rather than what I want to see them as. What you want to see them as is that false perception. Like, that could be your feelings too. That could be a memory or something. But it's just about accepting what things are. Like, this is just who you are. This is what this is.
And have you always been that way? Like, did you have to get to a point where, like, you realize that now you're able to see people as they are, or?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, I never came out the womb like this, bro. I mean, that's life for you though. You had to, as you're living and learning life. Hell yeah, you got to learn this shit, man. So of course, yeah. And it's not necessarily a superpower, I want to say. It's definitely something for people to learn, and it could be a great quality and asset for yourself. But it's just like when you experience life, there's hardships that come, there are challenges that come, there are people that are perceived a certain way, maybe that you were inspired by somebody, but you realize this is the inspiration that you feel. Yeah, I can be inspired, but the person that you are is not a good person. You know, so it's like, of course, hell yeah. I was definitely looking at things at a false sense until I started to accept things. Doesn't mean you can't be optimistic about life, but when it comes to people itself, or just in the terms that you're talking about for people itself and the perception of how you view people, I think it's important to question, why do you even think that there's a double perception of some things? You know what I'm saying? Like why do you even question that is the real question, and what do you believe that is? And I think that's something worth to explore within yourself, because if it's a split, there's something that you got to do about that personally for yourself, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I definitely. I like that last part. That was. Um, that's a question I can take.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and again too, like, and sometimes, not sometimes, but if you know that if someone points something out and there's something that you always know, also notice about yourself, that's probably something you should take into consideration. Because if it's a friend and he's telling you that, or whomever's telling you that, then that's one thing. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, you know, you are right. Maybe there is something about this. Maybe I always thought about it. Maybe I got to look at it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, do that introspection work. You know what I'm saying? Get in there internally. You know what I mean? Whatever you feel, whatever rises up mentally or emotionally, that's fine. Like, let it be what it is, man. And figure out your truth.
Oh, well, thank you, man. I appreciate your time. I'm kind of an overthinker, so it's helpful to get outside perspective sometimes, you know.
I understand, man. Yeah, that's something that I used to be, is to overthink. But, you know, overthinking comes from, last thing I'll say, too, before we end off this call, but overthinking stems from multiple scenarios that live within your mind and indecision to act on certain things, you know, and to make clear and concise action on stuff. That's, you know, overthinking stems from hesitation. So maybe there's some things that, you know, could be occurring in your life.
That's something to think about.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, get in there though. You sound like you whispering. It sound like you like, yo, what's up? Nah, I'm messing with you, man. But yeah, man, get in.
Yeah, I'm soft spoken, my bad.
Nah, you good, bro. Listen, you good. Get in there. You know what I'm saying? The game is within, but the game is also outside in this world. But, you know, as within, so without, like we talked about. But yeah, bro, you're more than welcome to always call in. You know, if you got any other questions, definitely call in. I'm gonna continue on with the show though, and I appreciate your call. Thank you for calling.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Peace. Shout out to everyone in the building. Let me ask you guys. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear what we were talking about on the phone? Because I had to unplug my microphone, and I'm not sure if it was actually showing up. So let me know if you guys heard that. Hold on, somebody called in. You did? You heard the call? Okay, good. Hold on, give me a second. You heard? Okay, good to know. I thought this should just turn off automatically. What's going on? 678. What's happening? It's your boy All Star Izzy. Welcome to the All Star Calling Show. What is your name and how old are you? What's up?
Oh, what's up, man? My name's Nick. I'm 26.
You said Nick?
Yeah.
You in relation to Nick Wild? I'm messing.
No. About the Fox person?
Oh, you know who that is? Oh, you're cool as hell. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was watching Zootopia the other night. I was like, God, this movie was banging, bro. What's up, man? How can I help you today?
Look, man, I was hearing what that other fellow was saying about perception and overthinking and everything.
Right.
And I got a best friend who's an overthinker, just like that.
Mhm.
Just like that. And I don't know the guy at all. But from my experience, these kinds of people, they got really good hearts.
Yeah.
Like I think you see people
that are questioning stuff like that, and whether they can trust this and that, or what's in front of them, or the people in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of that comes from like wanting these interactions to be honest.
Yeah.
In a kind of world that doesn't really want to give that to you so easily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great observation, man.
And yeah, I mean, and in terms of your topic, like the kind of people that you shouldn't want to be talking to.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in a situation where like I think he's probably got a lot of good people in his life.
Yeah.
To where he doesn't have to necessarily deal with a lot of the bad shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you seem like a socially intelligent guy. I feel like you have a good amount of social intelligence. You can read a room. You understand what's going on in the room.
Thank you.
But correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like that probably comes from having negative experiences where people lie and try to manipulate you.
Absolutely. And there was a time where I was a person who was that person. You know, so it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, I like learned it. I lived it, learned it, experienced it from others, and you know, that's that experience and the knowledge and wisdom that comes from it. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like in terms of your topic made me think about this instantly.
Mm.
I was visiting my mother,
Mm-hmm.
and she has a huge tree in her front yard, and she goes, you know, I talked to an arborist about this tree in the yard.
Yeah.
And he said cut the limbs, right? If I cut the limbs, it'll be cheaper than cutting, right? And
Right.
I go, no, that's a sales pitch. You never go to the person that can sell you a second thing if you're getting something inspected.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of interactions you deal with in like your day-to-day, like whether you're at work trying to get a better position or just the dynamics within your own friend groups. There are people that are trying to kind of get up on you in an odd social way.
Yeah.
And it gets hard to be able to weave through those kind of micro manipulations.
Yeah.
What advice would you have in terms of dealing with that and navigating through something like that?
Right. Excuse me, Nick. Can you just in case, can you just back up a little bit away from the phone? It was spiking up a little bit as you were talking.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Could you hear it? Is this better?
Oh, this is it's much more clear. There you are. What's up, man? Yeah, keep going.
Oh, okay. But how would you deal with like say you got friends, right? And
Right.
Everything's cool, but there's a new guy that's hanging around, and he just likes putting you down for no reason.
Mm.
And it's like, look, I don't know you that good,
Right.
and I want us to get along, but you're doing too much. How would you deal with something like that?
So I would firstly I would have to make a discernment in my mind, meaning like is this person just trying to shoot the shits or are they passively aggressive saying some things? So let me ask you, like, is this because I'm pretty sure you know the difference between somebody that's like trying to fit in by talking shit. You know how like people try to like break the ice to talk shit. Oh, really? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then you got people who passively say something to believe that they're better.
A little bit, sure, that's fine.
Right. So let me ask
But I
you,
mean, like,
do you
go ahead,
think that
go ahead,
this
sorry.
person is like being passive aggressive and like just trying to really put you down kind of thing?
It's like I'll put ideas for like what we should do in the group chat,
Okay.
and it'll be like, oh, that's a stupid idea. And I go like, it's not, I don't think it's that fucking dumb.
Oh, okay.
Me like shitting on my shit. It's like, dude, what?
Well, and this is a new person that got into the group chat, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would then, to be honest, I'd probably say something. I'm like, why do you think it's stupid? I think it's a good idea, but why do you think it's stupid? Does anyone else agree? Like, I think I would.
I think I'm like soft or something.
Wait, you think that he thinks that you're soft, or you think it'll be soft for you to confront?
No, I think he's got to think I'm soft or something.
It could be, there's some people that perceive certain things, and not to say that you are, maybe he saw something that is probably like, maybe he saw that you were kind or cool and was probably feeding off of that. Some people can, do that when, people are easygoing and they try to, stiff arm them in a sense, like verbally and shit. But in that situation where I'm giving stuff out and I can tell there's a pattern reoccurring, I would say something about it, man. To be honest, not in a rude, disrespectful, let's fight type of way, but in a way of like, why do you like let's say, oh, this is a plan, we should do this weekend. Let's go play some pool. But like, nah, that's a stupid fucking idea. Why the hell would we do that? Now, why do you always have a? I would say something. Why do you always have a bad comment to say what I say? I would say something like that. Like I would just say something. I would have to confront it, but in a non like fighting word, like not. I'll try to say it as a professional, like not in the fighting words and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just being being upfront. Because two, and excuse me, before you speak though, what a lot of people who try to passively aggressive put people down, or they stiff arm people, or they view people as weak in their mind, they don't believe that that person can speak up for themselves and probably are soft. So if you speak and say something, that's going to change the whole perception. So it's like a communication thing is what I believe in. That's how I would personally handle it. I have actually been in a situation that was like that, not to those extent of like cuss words, but I have had some people that try to put me down due to like who I am. But I'm like, no, that's not what we doing. I'm in this thing. Like, what's up? Not like that, of course, but I've definitely like communicated that I'm also here to make opinions and perspectives. Like, it's not just gonna be you.
Type shit.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, drop them cojones. You know what that means, right?
Yeah, you gotta have some balls.
Yeah, some balls, boy. You know what I mean? Drop the cojones.
Wow, you're making good points. You're making good points. I think I've done a little. Maybe I've done a little bit too soft. I should have said something. And maybe, I guess. I'm always assuming if I don't nip this in the bud, it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah, and he'll keep doing, and that's how like, that's when that power dynamic happens. When, because if you keep allowing it to occur, you don't speak up, then the power becomes, I can say what I want, and I know you're not gonna speak up, right? But again, when you do speak up, don't come out in a disrespectful way. Don't come out in a rude way, because you don't ever want, and this is just for anybody in general, you don't ever want someone to feel like they got power over your minds. I don't give a fuck, even if they do have it. But biggest thing, they listen, hey, this is the plans. I think this is fly. Or, hey, I don't appreciate your comments, man. Or matter of fact, what do you think we should do? I don't. Or you can even joke back. You're not even saying nothing. Like, you're not saying nothing. I'll say something.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna ask him. Well, what would you like to do? And then when he tells me what he'd like to do, I go, well, that's stupid. And you're stupid for suggesting it.
That too, you can definitely mirror it. And especially if it's for fun, because you don't know if it's real malice or not, right? And it could be, and because I'm outside looking in, if it comes to where you can tell he's still being disruptive or somehow, then I would just nip it out in the bud and just like directly communicate and just say, hey, look, I can tell you're always making a comment on things that I'm saying. Is there like, I thought I know to me we're cool, but do you have a problem with me? I don't think we do. Like, you can, if it gets too out of hand, you need to say something like that. Because joking about it, it can be fun, it can show a side, but directly communicating will put things into perspective. Of course, not with like aggression, but just to ask.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, see, and look, I would have worded things more politely or something earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a welder. My other friends, they're also welders, so they're not good with the words. They don't like the fucking, like, if I go like, hey man, I got fucking feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't necessarily know how well that would go over, but I don't want it to turn aggressive either.
Right, yeah. So yeah, just taking what I said and really respond that way when you notice they're like, just that's the best way for just in general, just because if things gotta get there, then shit, fuck it. I mean, we gotta do it, but it's best to use your words when things don't gotta escalate.
Word.
Yes, sir.
All right, look, I appreciate the time. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for calling. You have a great night, all right? Call back anytime, and I hope to see you in the comments.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Peace. Shout out to everyone in the building. Hold on, I'm about to give a. Let me call this other number. This number did just call me. Let me go ahead and give a call really quickly. Excuse me, you guys. Hold on. Shout out to everyone in the building. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. 657. What's going on? It's welcome to the All Star Calling Show. What is your name and how old are you?
My name is Carly, and I am 34 years old.
What's up, Carly? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I thought I might be able to give kind of an interesting take on this whole subject.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Go ahead. Speak your mind.
So, for my job, I am a mental health specialist in homeless services, which means what I have to do is I have to go out into encampments, and I have to meet groups of people who are homeless, and sometimes purely for safety, other times more for treatment.
Yeah.
I have to be able to make a lot of perceptions about them within about 5 seconds. I need to be able to know if they are a threat to me, if they are a threat to others, if they are angry, if they are in active psychosis.
Right.
Things like that first. But then as time goes on, the next thing I need to be able to know is if what they're saying is honest.
Right.
That goes in two separate directions, because sometimes it is honest, but just because it's honest doesn't mean it's true. Because again, I have people who it's no fault of their own, but again, they have psychosis, and I've had people actively tell me, oh, this is my husband, this is his name, etc., etc., only to find out that that person does not exist. So even if someone believes it, doesn't mean it's true, right? So there's that. On the other hand, as you know, people who are actively lying or telling half-truths. And
yes.
I will say a warning for what types of people you shouldn't listen to. Just from what I perceive, the best way to really tell is to look at the fruits of their labor. I have met so many people who are so friendly and kind to me. The time I meet them, and they sound so reasonable, and they're like, I wouldn't hurt a fly, I haven't done anything.
Right.
But then I start talking to them, and I go, oh, how many siblings do you have? 7. Oh, do they live here? Yeah, but none of them talk to me. And I go, okay, maybe there's a chance that you're just a different person, but that does go kind of on my log.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, do you have any exes? And I've heard, yeah, I do. I'm like, oh, maybe we can call her. Maybe, she has something. They'll be like, oh, no, there's a restraining order on her. And I'll go, what do you mean? And they're like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. And you have to go through, because just because someone can smile at you and be really, really, like it seems like they're being sincere, manipulators work on their craft. And
that's a good point.
The only way to really figure out how severe it is just to step back and look and go, oh, so you burnt every bridge.
Right.
So I know we as humans, we really want to understand people, and I know it's my job, but I can't even profess to be an expert, right? Human nature is so varied. But I guess the only thing I can really say is, what is their intent? And take that intent before you decide if you really want to make this decision on who they are.
Yeah. I like that. That's a really great observation, and thank you for sharing that too. Now, I do have a question for you.
Yeah, of course.
When you say the fruits of your labor, would you also correlate that to like action?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Again, I've heard people who it's like, oh yeah, I've done everything. I've done everything. And you go back and you're like, okay, you've done everything. How long have you tried?
Yeah.
I will say that. I think it's very easy, and I'm guilty of it too, for somebody to try something for a very short period of time,
Yeah.
it not work, and then decide, oh, okay, it doesn't work, it's impossible. Instead of being like, no, the tools I had in those moments allowed it to not work that way. But if I work on myself first
Yeah.
and go back to it, I could have a completely different result.
Nice.
But if someone isn't willing to take that look at themselves, then, they're just going to be in the same cycle.
Most definitely, yes. I agree, 100%. That's a great analysis too, especially in your line of work. I can only imagine, like, like you stated earlier about how the observations you have to make based on what you hear, see, also the fruits of a labor of a person. So thank you. I appreciate you sharing that. And if I'm not mistaken, is that you in the comments? I believe Carly, correct?
Oh, yeah, Carly the first.
Hey, yeah. Hey, thank you for also letting me know that it sounded good. Yeah, no, that's a great analysis though.
Awesome. I mean, thanks, I appreciate it. It was an interesting topic, so thought I'd give my 2 cents.
No, thank you. Yeah, and don't be a stranger. You're more than welcome to always. I have conversations that I like to just expand on, especially like the top 10 types of people you should listen to, because I believe in that. The biggest thing that connects all the people that I'm listing, all types of people, not just men or women, but is inconsistency. Inconsistency of like who the person is internally and where that stem from. And I noticed that a lot. Like I'm an empowerment coach myself. So not even before I was taking up the career of being one, I had to learn about myself a lot, and then learn life, certain experiences out in the world, outside living things, and then getting to know people's characters and all that type of stuff. And especially with clients that I see is like what, once you start to tell yourself a certain narrative, it starts to become a reality, and that's how powerful your mind could be. And you could think that you're not lying to to yourself, but in reality, it's not what it really seems as if,
100%. And I will say, I've heard people, this is an extreme example, but especially with my clients who have like schizophrenia, their loved ones might be like, no, what he's saying is not true. What he's saying is not true. And I'm like, no, it is true to him.
Exactly.
And until you acknowledge that, you're not going to get anywhere.
That's impactful.
I appreciate you, and thank you for what you're doing, and sorry,
yeah.
I have a ring back in my voice on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just making sure I'm not interrupting you.
Oh no, you're good. I do yeah, I'm using the resource the best of my to my potential. But when the time comes, I got when I got the microphone, everything set up, you won't hear no echoes or anything. But you're not interrupting though. But I do appreciate you, and yeah, whenever if there's any, I hope to see you going forward, and you don't be a stranger. I appreciate you, Carly.
Of course. And if you ever need some weird stories, I have all the stories.
Oh, firstly, if I would love to. I was intrigued. You're talking about these things. I'm over here like, I'm shaking my head. I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Like, no, most definitely, yeah. No, I would love to hear them. And I would love, in the future, I could even dedicate a show to something that can correlate around something that, if, like, the top 10 types of people you should listen to. And if you got any stories that come in there, you call in, we'll listen to it.
Hey, for sure, man.
All right, Carly.
You have a good night. And, good luck on whoever your next caller is.
Appreciate it. Until next time.
Okay.
Shout out to Carly. Also, listen, y'all. If you have an unknown call, do not call in. Listen, okay? I'm not going to answer that. Now, let's keep continuing because I'm definitely way past schedule. But that was, people were inconsistent. That was number 8. Shout out to Carly in the chat. Number 9 of the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Number 9 is going to be people who grow bitter and old because they're full of regret, and so they give advice. Although it's admirable, it's bittersweet because why not look up to the one who's living it instead of the one who regrets it? And this is very correlation. It's into correlation to what I was talking about earlier about how I was talking about. You know, you can find inspirations and you can get some good advice from, you know, people could say something that's like, oh, that makes sense. Bow. But, you know, why not listen and follow someone who is living the truth of what they speak, and they show the, shout out to Carly, the fruits of their labor or their actions and everything. And I think it's very important for that to occur, because there's a lot of people who do grow bitter and old, man. A lot of people. We don't know when we're gonna check out in life. Not to make you feel afraid or scared. Life is long. Life is also short in certain moments, but we also have a long life to live too. Depending on how you take care of yourself, mentally, emotionally, body wise. You know, take care of your health. Make sure you drink your H2O today. You already know what it is. All-Star water coming soon. But you know, there's a lot of people that just believe that they don't have a chance in life, and that mindset keeps them limited and stuck. So why not? That could even be in correlation to listen to people who have an abundant mindset, as in who have a limitless mindset. All right. Now let me go ahead and look at these comments really quickly before I get up on out of here. You shouldn't listen to those people who would direct profit if they choose either answer. I like that. That's perception, brother. That's why a good level of eye contact is important, because they're doing the same thing for sure. Nice. 2 years ago, I went through a bad relationship and I went to therapy, but I still get scared, guys. How can I face my fears? It sounds like you're already facing your fears. You went to therapy, and I think it's just gonna take a consistent effort of getting outside of your comfort zone and being able to trust people. You know, but it's also too, not just in trusting any type of man, any type of guy, but you know, actions. The truth is in what people do. You know, what's up, Lobo? I see you in the building. But the truth is in what people do. So how people display themselves. And people could talk a good game. In good game, I don't mean that they have game. But people could talk, they're smooth talkers. People are smooth talking. They're deceivers, they're liars, they're manipulators. So they can sound good in the ears, but always see how they move and always figure out how it is. So I think it's about trusting. And there are bad people in the world. But there are also great people in the world. So just because there's bad people doesn't mean that there's good people in the world too. So just, you know, take a chance and learn how to trust. And I do apologize for everybody. I'm getting to your comments now. Thank you for the 31 likes. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 2K. Help me get up there. And if you want to enjoy these videos and these lives going forward, definitely be a part of the All-Star lifestyle. The All-Star membership is open. It is active. You're more than welcome to get into that. We are available. Talking that yak. What's up, super duper? Yes, mindset is everything. Cup half full and cup half empty. Perception, trust no one. Iceland, that's lit. Yes, for sure. Well, it's shout out to Danny's in the building. My dog Danny's in the building. Ian, what's good, man? But yeah, it's like trust no one, of course, because you know, trust yourself, and people always have their own self-interest and stuff. But there are people you can trust. But ultimately, your life is in your hands, and what you do with your reality is always up to you. So never trust people with your life in their hands, right? Again, as long as they're living the life that they lived, then I would say that, yeah, for sure. All right, so that's number 9. And last but not least, of number 10 types of people you should never listen to. Number 10, numero 10. All right, actually, let's go over this. Well, okay. Number 10, I was having some fun with this, y'all. And, you know, we having a little fun with this last one, okay? Number 10 of the types of people you should never listen to is men who pucker their lips before kissing. All right, so let me tell you something, guys. I think I was just being, I made this list a while ago. So I think I was saying that for fun. But when I really think about it, okay, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I mean pucker your lips, this is no Diddy, right? I'm talking about like when it's like this. Like right before you kiss, they're like this. Like right before you get to the lips, they're like this. And it's like, wait, hold on. Don't trust a man like that. I was having a little fun with this one. I probably wrote this shit down just for shits and giggles, man. But yeah, I don't like, just in general, and this is just my own personal take. It's not smooth to do that. It is not smooth to pucker your lips before you kiss. Don't do that. Now, I'll make up a new one. I still like that one. I still stand on it. Don't trust guys who pucker their lips before kissing, because when you're kissing, you're not supposed to, like, in my perspective, I don't think you should be like, come on, like, you're over here, like, her face is right here, and you're like this. Like, you're already doing it. Like, you gotta get, like, if this is the woman's mouth, right, and you're about to kiss her, you just, like, you get there, and then when y'all connect, you can do it. Kissing tutorial by All-Star Izzy, man. But number 10, I would say, someone who is pulled into too many directions, and they don't know what to do. And translation, they're too indecisive to take action, so they just stay in a still motion. But yeah, man, stop puckering like that. If y'all want to be sexy and smooth out here, and, like, you know, with women, even if you're not as experienced, listen, I'm telling you, don't pucker your lips like that. Like, especially and don't open your eyes either when you're kissing, because, you know, guys they're gonna kiss like this, right? You got to put some background music. It's gonna be like this. Like, and it's like you're puckering your lips. You puckering your lips and you're opening your eyes. Come on, like, I did that shit at middle school. But, like, bro, who in here I know somebody in here be opening their eyes when they kiss. Who do it? If I'm kissing, I'm closing my eyes. Shout out to King Craze Clover. Yes, make sure to like and subscribe to join the All-Star Army. It's a small price to pay. Help out the Army. Yes, sir. Shout out to King Craze. I appreciate you with that. Thank you, sir. What the? We got to get you out of here, my friend. I don't like that one. Oh, what's up? You found me again. I'm glad that you're here. Don't listen to guys who pucker their lips in photos. Oh, that's a really good one. Guys who, oh my God, I don't even want to betray that. Kind of like when a guy calls girls my lady. That's a red flag factory. Oh, how you doing, my lady? I haven't heard that. I don't think I've heard that in forever. That's crazy. I pucker my lips. Was she backed up? I'm telling you, bro. It's like puckering your lips and shit. Now, let's do it again. Hold on. This is how it be. We're gonna role play. Let me put some music on. Let me put the music a little louder. Yo, what's up, baby? You know I've been eyeing you for a while. Oh, you have? I want to kiss you, girl. Oh, you do? Let's kiss. This is her right here. She's like waiting for me to lean in. Ew, you're gross. What, baby? I just want to look into your eyes while I kiss. Also, I don't know about looking into eyes while you kiss, man. To be honest, I don't want to stare into your soul or look eye to eye. I don't want to make eye contact when I kiss. Is that me? Who in here be doing that? Who make eye contact when they kiss? Is it weird, or is it just like as a society we just don't do it? Personally, I've done it and I don't like it. That's just me though. What's up, London? You're supposed to close your eyes, shows respect that you are dedicated. You see what I'm talking about, Clover? I'm trying to close my eyes with this shit. Stay sober. Lit. Dope username. Please don't have your eyes open when kissing. Absolutely not. I try to pop them whenever I can. It's sadly not very often. You got a mod. I'm grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out here. All right, let's go through the top 10 types of people. Let's go over this list one more time. Number 1, all right? And I say this with love, and I know we got some ladies in the chat, and this is obviously not a bad thing towards women. But I'm specifically talking about, like, okay, hold on, we're getting a call. I'll take this call real quick. 208, what's up? Welcome to the All-Star Call-In Show. My name is All-Star Izzy. What is your name and how old are you? All right. All right, you have a great one, Carly. Until next time, thank you for taking the time out tonight. I'll see you soon. Shout out to everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. We on here to the road to the top. What's up with it? London, don't make an outburst like that again, okay? Let's keep moving. Number 1, the top 10 types of people you should never listen to. I did list women. The first one, it was like, has more views. Okay, that's what you meant. Cool, swaggy. But yeah, number 1, women. And what I mean by women, I'm talking about is some, and it's not all women. I'm saying that in specific dating advice. Because, on this end, we talk about how women will set rules upon guys, but break the rules for the guys that they want. So be mindful of what you're taking in as far as that type of advice. Number 2, guys who don't take care of themselves. That also goes with women too. All right. Listen to people who take care of themselves. I'm not walking out the crib with wrinkly stuff. That's personally for myself. I like my image. I like what I present to the world. You know what I'm saying? For my own sake. But I'm not walking around with holes in my pants. I don't got holes in my drawers. Only hole is in, you know what I'm saying? And you feel me? But there's nothing like that. I'm not going outside musty. I'm not going outside with the craziest hair type, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. That's not me. And don't listen to guys like that. Number 3, men who have little to no experience with sex life and risk. I always listening to people that, you know what I'm saying? Listen to people who know, who are doing things in life, not just talking about it. Number 4, unsolicited advice from people who go to relationship, who cheat on their spouse and stay in relationships that they don't truly want to be in. Don't listen to people that's like that. Those people have no honor, but also they lack a fear. They're fear of their own success. Number 5, men who pander to women, especially when they're a wolf in sheep's clothing, which is usually what it is. Number 6 is trolls that come into the comment section. I think his name was John. We dedicated that one to him. You know what I'm saying? When you have your eyes open while kissing, it is like looking into a TV. It could be at anything and not the one in front of you. Closed eyes is like staring at a calm lake. The only thing to look at is right in front of you. I fuck with that, Clover. I fuck with that. I stayed up yesterday in the morning because it was 1 something. I went to bed. I was watching you last year. I remember you, London. I remember you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your time. But that was number 6 is the trolls. Never listen to somebody who goes on live streams just to be stirring up bullshit. They ain't got no life. Number 7, people who gossip behind others people's backs, or they gossip to people about people to you. Don't listen to those people. Number 8, people who are inconsistent in all areas, financially, emotionally, and mentally. Parentheses, social bravado, but weak in real life. Very important, okay? Number 9, people who grow bitter and old because they're full of regret, so they give advice. Although it's admirable, it's bittersweet because why not look up to the one who's living it instead of the one who regrets it? And number 10 for the one. Guys who pucker their lips before kissing. Did you notice the time jump 20 minutes ago? No, I didn't. There was a time jump? Is that why it seems so late? I was wondering. That's crazy. I didn't even notice the time jump. Oh, we just went forward an hour. Hey, well, shout out to everyone who we all witnessed that together. That's lit. I never knew that. That's crazy. We are in the future. That's dope. But listen, that is my top 10 types of people you should never listen to. Shout out to everyone who made this live magical. Shout out to Elena. You know what I mean? Marie was in this building. Shout out to the mods. I appreciate you guys for enjoying the time. Shout out to Craze, Clover. Shout out to Lobo. Shout out to London. Shout out to Carly. Shout out to all the callers. Shout out to Victoria. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to Stay Sober. Shout out to let me see. Shout out to even all the trolls. I appreciate you. Shout out to Danny Rosa. Shout out to DE. Shout out to Ian. Shout out to those Isley. Shout out to Super Duper. Shout out to me. I see my comment. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to RKO. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Shiloh. Shout out to Remember Cuckoo. Something like that. Beloved. Shout out to Chief. I can keep going on, and I think it's gonna let me go on and on. Shout out to Spike. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Britt. Shout out to everybody, man. This has been a successful, beautiful live. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to your boy. My name is All Star Izzy. I'm an empowerment coach. love, dating, relationships, self-improvement, self-discovery. Because remember, to empower yourself is to empower the world. Like, subscribe, and remember, to shine within is to shine without. Authenticity is the new sexy, and guess what, baby? I'm gonna see you guys soon, okay?